And we're live!
Hey!
Hey! Welcome into a very special presentation of Hit Points Not Required, our charity streams. You and us, but also you, are part of history as we make our first ever simulcast. That echo you hear is us on both Twitch and YouTube Live. Huzzah!
I certainly hope you don't hear an echo.
Let's go.
Oh, but we are here to tell you a tale wherever here may be. For those of you watching, whenever it may be, we're going to tell you a fun tale, some stuff going on in a kitchen somewhere. There'll be possibly food, possibly a restaurant, who knows. But what I do know is we have a fantastic cast here to tell this tale for you. So let me introduce you to everybody right now. Starting all the way over on my right, your left. Well, Rook, Vi, Lord Wainwright, even Violet have done a fantastic job keeping us on point. Tonight marks the triumphant return of our tale weaver extraordinaire. Greet the masses, Jacob.
Hi, masses. Nice to see you. Thanks, y'all, for keeping my seat warm and keep an eye out. We're gonna keep cycling through some fun guest DMs. You can always have too much white man, and I'm happy to step aside and let someone else have a
Always
crack.
have too much.
Yeah.
Please, someone clip that. Moving on, one square over, making their very first appearance on our channel. Please give a warm HPNR welcome to someone who does poop in the woods. There.
Wow, you just called me out just like
Wow.
that. Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
That's what we do here on the channel. Moving one square over, vying for the title of Best Dressed Cast Member. Say hi, Vi.
Hi, Vi. Excited to cause some ruckus in the kitchen.
Ruckus in the kitchen, indeed. And, well, not in the kitchen. I'm the weirdo in the corner that's just trying to get a few chuckles here and there. Okay, groans will have to do. It's a start. It's a
Or
start,
silence.
people. Below me, traveling all the way, well, time traveling even, to tell us a tale this evening, my doppelganger from across the pond, Lord Wainwright.
Greetings, masses.
The masses have been greeted
Thoroughly greeted.
thoroughly. And we have one more cast member we can never do any of this without. So, as ever, our queen of the shades of purple, Violet.
Hello, I am Violet. That is
There
all.
we go. Now everyone has greeted everyone. We have greeted everyone here, Twitch, YouTube, wherever. But before we sit down to dine on some fresh catch, we love, and I mean absolutely love, hanging out and telling these stories. But in addition to having fun, we try to give back, and our current charity is a fantastic cause. Violet, can you tell the folks a little bit more about Point of Pride?
I would be very happy to. We're currently fundraising for Point of Pride, a nonprofit that serves the trans community in the US and internationally by providing access to gender-affirming healthcare. Their services include free telehealth programs for people seeking hormone therapy, support packages of free binders and shapewear, as well as funding for surgery, electrolysis, and other gender-affirming procedures. As the political climate makes this kind of care increasingly difficult to access, please help us help them by donating what you can.
Fantastic. Please do. If you have something, please feel free to give it. Well, I know we're set up on Twitch for that. I don't know how that works on YouTube, but we'll figure it out. If you're generous, please find a way to help contribute to the cause. And now, without further ado, feed us, Jacob.
I believe I asked you to say "feed us, daddy," but I will take that as is.
Can we try again? I'll do another take. No?
No, please don't.
Refer to me as daddy or chef, please.
Chef Daddy.
This is gonna be a rough for this session. I will not answer to Dungeon Master or DM. I will only answer to those other the other nomenclature.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh no! Oh no! I love
Well
it so much.
then.
We begin our session in the seaside town of Donald. Once upon a time, there was a lord who did indeed have the first name Donald. Didn't think to name the town after his surname, and thus the town of Donald, the seaside town of Donald, was created. We open our session in the early evening as the sun is setting. A beautiful, beautiful evening. The sound of the rushing waves against the dock and the nearby beach. And as you can smell the sea spray coming in, we begin out front of a beautiful, beautiful wooden building that stands out from the rest in town. This building once was the spot of a pop-up restaurant until recently, when our good friend Kaz Cardwall purchased and bought this land and built a beautiful wooden building, built the Goblin Hob, now the premier seafood restaurant on its opening night. We begin out front with a line that goes around the block. Various interesting humanoids standing wait to be allowed in for their first taste of the seafood served in this place. As we begin our session, the front doors to the Goblin Hob swing open. And as they swing open, the restaurant goers behind the rope are held off for a moment as the more affluent folk are introduced into this place. Lord Sandhurst, you are stepping up beside two other individuals. One you recognize as a retired sailor, Captain Elric Stormhelm, your classic kind of weathered, peg-legged, parrot on his shoulder individual. And the other individual walking beside you is a water genasi, Lady Miravar Driftfen. She is known as a merchant in these places, importing, exporting goods via the ocean, as it were. As you, all three of you, step up past the other restaurant goers that kind of look at you with a little bit of disdain, a little bit of frustration that they've been waiting all day. Like that time I waited 2 hours to watch a Hugh Jackman movie, and I was first in line, and it was subpar. I won't say what movie, you can guess for yourselves. Lord Oscar Sandhurst, would you like to describe and introduce yourself? Take the spotlight for me.
Yes, you see an incredibly smug gentleman. One who looks upon
Your character,
the unwashed
please.
masses around. I'm channeling it, you know. I look upon the unwashed masses around me, and I see the jealousy upon their faces, and I drink it up, almost as if an aperitif before the meal to which I am to enjoy. You can see he's wearing a full burgundy blazer, almost kind of like a smoking jacket sort of thing, with fleur-de-lis patterns all over it, and in a slightly deeper red. He has a pocket watch across the front of his coat. He has dark black suit trousers kind of thing, and very fancy looking leather black shoes with embossed symbols and stuff, with one gigantic golden signet ring on one hand with the big letter S on it, and it looks like a snake.
As you step on up beside you, Lady Driftfin, the water genasi, kind of looks at the people's glances at you, looks at your glee. She says, "You enjoy this, don't you?"
Well, I must say I'm partial to their sniveling. Really makes it all worth it in the end, don't you think?
To think we once may have had the slimmest chance of being like them, but we elevated ourselves and we worked hard. She kind of looks
And
over
by
at you.
right, we are nobles of our bloodlines.
Indeed. She looks at you and she says, "How's your cousin Laszlo?"
Laszlo is not doing great. I heard he's moved over to the New World recently. Uncharted territories. But until then, I shall be the raconteur for the family.
As you are led inside, you step past the very front of the line. At the very front of the line is perhaps the second most important person coming here. Magritte, you are here from the Coastal Chronicle, and this is a chance for you to report on this anomaly. Most of the seafood restaurants here are grandfathered in and have been around for a while. Indeed, you would know that Fine Fish Friends went under as a result of this stall not too long ago. And really, the only other restaurant that's kind of hanging in there is Kobold Cafe. Would you like to take the spotlight and introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, so I'm not really socializing amongst the others in line as some are, but a tall, pale-skinned elf, dark-haired, kind of loosely piled on top of her head, wearing just sort of conservative black dress, high buttoned collar, long fitted sleeves, has a little velvet sort of handbag pouch hanging from a cord on her wrist. And as she is waiting patiently, sort of discreetly slips out from the bag a small sort of sheaf of paper bound with little silver rings along the top and a fountain pen, and seems to make a few notes and then slip it right back into the pouch.
Mickey Mercury, you're a couple people back from Magritte there, and you recognize her. I'll let you both decide what review Kobold Cafe would have gotten. But as you come to this competitor, would you like to take the spotlight and introduce yourself, please?
Of course. Chef Mickey Mercury is always in his chef garb. A little cutout for his lizard tail. He is a 2.5-foot tall kobold. He's wearing a chef hat with cutouts for his ears. And on his chest is a closed open sign, that he's wearing as a necklace, and it's currently closed.
Like Flavor Flav style?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, as I see someone who definitely did not give me a great review recently.
As you see someone who didn't give you a great review recently, you both recognize the person that unhooks the rope and lets you in. A well-dressed sea elven woman, hair tight back in a bun, your classic kind of black evening wear for serving or even what's it called? Hosting, maitre d'. And you would notice Marla Tidewhisk, who was a previous employee of Fine Fish Friends. She kind of unhooks the rope there. She looks up at you, Magritte, and says, "Oh, should have expected you here. Please come on in." Gestures in for you to step inside. Nods at you, Chef Mickey.
They get the best talent, don't they?
She nods and she says, "Didn't really have a choice." You step on in. As you step into the restaurant, the line files through. We zip back 10 or 15 people, and we see a what looks to be a gith, but an overweight gith. Gith are traditionally kind of thin, slightly greeny yellow. This gith seems to be larger than you expect. Ressa glances over at you, Simon, and just says, well, the food here is meant to be fantastic, and I'll be the one to judge that. I've kind of got an unofficial blog, a food blog. I go around and what was your name? Sorry. Would you like to take the spotlight?
Oh, yes. Well, Simon Templeton. We'll look up because he's about 2 feet tall. Just maybe almost 2 feet tall. Definitely 2 feet tall when you include the horns, the bison-like horns that are protruding from his rather red visage. Dressed in a suit, not a new suit, but definitely well tailored. Look up, yes, Simon Templeton here. I am just in town for a little bit, looking at a few things. You may have heard of me, Senior Vice President, Mergers, Acquisitions, and New Business Development at the Bank of UCR. take a little card and pass that over.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Yes, the Bank of UCR, the only Bank of UCR.
That is correct, yes.
Well,
One bank, everything controlled, nice and neat order, and we keep our ledgers perfectly. But new business in development is always welcome.
oh, you're thinking of trying to perhaps get in with Kaz and get some sort of loan going with him?
If they need money, we are more than we're willing to lend money and start new developments at a price. Of course.
Well, I mean, provided if we're all paying the same amount, I don't think they'll need any money anytime soon.
As he looks around,
Oh, restaurants are expensive businesses, my friend. Expensive.
we look behind you, 2 or 3 people. We see someone. We don't even have to like pan up from you. We just kind of go across. we don't even tilt up. We come across to a dwarven individual. Would you like to take the spotlight, Munton, please?
Oh, I'd very much like to take a spotlight. Martin Grogbeard. I am a 4-foot tall dwarf, a bit podgy on account of the fact I'm a farmer and I eat good. Eat good turf. Now it's time to taste the surf. And I am representing the Grogbeard clan, as you can tell from my shiny, permanently stained beard of glossy, groggy goodness, as we like to call it, even though it's a family curse because we insulted the dwarven god of hospitality with a great. I will not count how many greats of grandfather, but we are trying our best.
The person standing behind you, as you're kind of looking up and talking to them, kind of nods. You see this guy is almost like Friar Tuck-esque. This is a human brother, Cedric Tidecall. And he looks at you and he just kind of nods over your shoulder and he says, "Line's moving."
Oh, it is? Well, thank you, my goddamn jolly good fellow.
You're fine. You're fine. Kind of points. And
you're telling me to move.
Yes, I mean,
sorry. I'm unfortunately not very perceptive. It starts to take a while.
I can make up for that for you, and you follow on in. You all step on in to the Goblin Hob, a rather large restaurant here. On the left, as you step in, you've got the coat check, and then around the corner from there, a set of tables, booths. To the right, similarly, tables, booths that go far to the walls. In front of you, an L-shaped bench. The top of it, what looks to be an aquarium, a sealed aquarium with various kind of fish and lobsters in there. And then the little bench where the servers kind of grab the cutlery and the napkins and things like that. Back wall, you see that there are washrooms off to the left, what looks to be a large open kitchen in front of you, and you see a number of workers working away. You do not see Kaz, but what you do see as you step on in, not Kaz Cardwell, but the stove of the top of a chef's hat just poking up above the bench. And you would all know that that would be the goblin owner, proprietor, and head chef here, Kaz Cardwell. As you step on in, the Marla kind of gets everyone's attention. She says, "Thank you all for coming to this grand opening. We look forward to serving you the best seafood in town." You hear footsteps. The doors to the kitchen open, and stepping on out, you see a slender, green-skinned, little bit of white hair under the top of the chef's hat, like an oil-stained apron, fingerless gloves. You see Kaz Cardwell steps on out and says,
"I just wanted to address everyone here and say it's a pleasure of mine to have you all in here. Please take a seat wherever you wish, with whomever you wish. We are going to begin with a selection of appetizers. To begin, we have a selection. You have either the Kraken Me Up calamari, we have the Gnomes Clams Bombs, the Chowder to Die For, or the Tentacle Tapas. After that, for our mains, we have Fish and Chipper Behavior, the Codfather, and Swordfish and Sorcery, with an Octopasta Prime available for those adventurous types. Our specialty dishes today are Crabsolutely Fabulous, the Big Eel Deal titled Tempura Tacos, and Lobstergeddon. For drinks, for dessert rather, we have Death by Chocolate Moosters. We have Sea Celebration Cake. We have Rum Raisin Riptide, Pineapple Upside Down Kraken, and Salty Siren Sundae. You will see drink options at your table there. Please be seated and prepare your taste buds. Thank you.
And just bows to a polite applause there.
It sounds
Uh,
bloody
Would you not
delicious.
applaud?
Mhm.
Neither does Chef Mickey.
Neither. Go ahead and make insight checks for me. I'll get insight checks from everybody.
Oh, okay then.
That's a 22.
Hmm.
5.
That's a
Great.
9.
We're starting
Go ahead.
off strong with a 2.
Yay.
15 for me.
Beautiful. Both Magritte and Chef Mickey would notice, because you're also kind of not clapping, you would notice that Marla, the kind of head server there, you would notice that Marla, Lady Driftfin, near Lord Oscar there, they do not applaud at all. As you stand there, I would love to know what would be your preferred spot to sit, and will you be sharing with anyone in particular?
By myself with a view of the kitchen.
Excellent. Yeah, you're able to take a seat kind of off to the side so that you can see into the kitchen and hear the workings of the kitchen there.
I immediately spot the table I want and beeline for it, sit down, set out my little pad of paper on the table, and set the pen on top of it.
Nice. Sit-
Unbeknownst to Marguerite, Chef Mickey also sits down, Chef Mickey does not notice Marguerite and goes straight towards that kitchen table as well.
Excellent. You both arrive at the same time.
Before going for a table, I'm looking for booster seats. If there's someplace I can get a booster or something for a table, and then whatever's easiest for me to drag that over, put that in a chair, climb up the chair, and get on top of it.
Beautiful. Excellent. Chef Mickey and Magritte, as you run into each other.
Would you care to join me, Chef Mickey?
Sorry, I'm listening to the noises of the kitchen. They can't be good, right? And then I look over to you.
Would you like to sit?
I see I chose poorly, but I've made my decision, so I will sit here.
Okay. Should be an interesting evening.
Simon, as you pull up your seat there, you see that Ressa, who you were kind of standing off with, the Gith individual, they kind of take a seat at the table behind you. So the back of their chair and the back of your chair are very close, and because of his size, it's that thing where you kind of sit down and you're like, I'm gonna be stuck in here, aren't I? As he sits down, he kind of looks over the back and he says,
What are you thinking of ordering? What's calling to your tum tum right now? What's tickling your fancy? I can tell you right now, I could die for a chowder. So the chowder to die for is what I think I'm going to go for.
That was for you, Simon, as you put your chair up.
Oh, sorry. Hang on, and I hit something on my ear. I've got this cuff on the ear, and I start looking back and forth as if I'm reading. I'm like, oh yes, menu. Okay, yes. All right. Yes, I was thinking about the tentacle sounded interesting. The Octopastits Prime. That could be something to do. But the Lobstergeddon was definitely among the things that really called out to me. They seem to have one from every column. What was your name again?
My name is Ressa. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Large gift hand comes over to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. Have you ever tried? I'm thinking about this as maybe sort of a dish for someplace. Have you ever tried tongue? I'm thinking flights of tongue could be an interesting thing. We can have beef tongue, we can have pork tongue, we could even try. I've heard good things about snake tongue.
Do fish have tongue? Do seafood have tongues? Can you get lobster tongue?
I don't know. Matter of fact, and I take out a big quill, open up a book, and
Lobster
start
tongue.
writing down lobster tongue. Well, I mean, anything is possible. It should be magically delicious.
Maybe I'll ask about that.
We cut across to Lord Oscar Sandhurst. You are... Lady Driftfen is not a friend of yours. You're just both very, very rich.
but I will sit with the cream of the crop. And I would also like to chuckle lightly to myself and point out to the good lady the paupers who have been trapped with the table by the kitchen door. It's truly
quite
a
a-
sight to behold.
Yes, it's one of those ridiculously tantalizing positions because every time the doors open, you think that your food's coming through, and you end up with incredible whiplash every time they turn.
There's banging. It's like even worse by the bathroom doors. But don't get me started on negative dining experiences.
Oh, have you
I'm
had
here
them before?
to thoroughly enjoy myself. Well, not to be crass, my lady, but I have been to some rather not well-to-do establishments in my well-seasoned times.
Did you happen to get to Fine Fish Friends before they shut down?
Yes, I happened to receive one of the things that caused it to close down. I was sick for several weeks.
You watch as you say this. Marla, the head server, kind of walks past and just kind of looks at you and sighs and continues walking. As
Yes,
she walks,
I'm the reason that whole place shut down. With my noble power, my complaint went straight to the city management.
Well, that's part of the benefit of having so much money.
Yes, the common folk did protest so verily outside, and I said, the commoners, they're revolting, and they're rebelling.
Oh, well, fingers crossed it was dealt with in a expedient manner. It didn't cause you any harm.
I just unleashed my guards and hounds upon them.
Oh, right. Yes. There was a real world joke in there I'm going to avoid.
we follow the waitress across Munton. Where do we find you sitting?
Oh, you find Munton sitting in between, a little bit off to the right of Chef Mickey and some other individual, and he is perusing the menu and has settled on the tentacle appetizer, followed by that adventurous type main dish, and he's gonna try and settle with the rum for the last of it. And he is very much anticipating when his food will arrive, and tries to make conversation.
Yeah, sitting beside you or sitting near you as you look at the drinks menu, which has where are we? My drinks menu: Dark and Stormy Seas, Siren Sangria, Pear Pressure, Kraken's Kiss, Whale of a Tale, Merman's Mule, and Sharkbite Shooter. As you look over these drinks here, sitting right near you is that captain individual that walked away from Lord Oscar and Lady Mirava. He kind of strolls on over to you, as does in your direction, as does the priestial-looking individual that kind of ushered you along. And as the captain kind of plonks himself down in his seat, takes off his tricord hat, kind of sits it on the seat opposite him, kind of puts his feet on a third seat, takes a trio of seats for himself. He says,
Right, so what are you thinking of having, young lad?
Oh, I was thinking of for drinks, the dark and stormy sounded rather nice, and then then maybe the rum for the dessert. That adventurous type of dish sounded quite interesting. And
They all sound interesting.
The tenta something or other. But Why are you taking up 3 seats, good sir? I don't think you need 3 seats.
I don't. Well, I've got a peg leg, so that has to be raised, and my hat's very expensive, so that has to be somewhere where I can keep an eye on it. So why?
Would
Why?
you rather have that on the table?
A hat on a table? I'm not rude.
Yes.
I'm not a heathen.
Is that rude?
Have you never... Watch this.
He points over to Lord Oscar and Mirava, who are ages away, not paying attention. And he hovers the hat over the top of the table, and he says, "Pay attention." And the hat touches the top of the table. We whip over to Lord Oscar. You say,
What is this freakish behavior?
I said-
Neanderthals and cavemen are betwixt us.
"There's a disturbance. Kindly take your hat off, good sir. This is a fine dining establishment."
Waiter! Come to me.
She comes she comes over to you. She says, "Fucking love it when they click at me." Hi.
Yes, that's why I'm doing it. Come here.
Hi. What can I do for you, sir?
Those ne'er-do-wells are not following proper dinner etiquette, and the lady here is rather perturbed.
I am beyond
Please.
perturbed. I am ultra perturbed.
I hold out a napkin and I sort of, with next to no effort, try and find her.
Thank you. Right, well, give me a second. I'll head on over there. Apologies for the inconvenience. She
What a
kinda
brutish man.
walks across to where you are, Munton, and the captain kind of already takes his hat off and he says, "See, I told you." Waitress steps on up
No,
and says,
no, hold on here. I got a counter for this.
Waitress steps on up and says, "I'm sorry to disturb you both, but the hat really shouldn't be on the table."
But are you going to ignore my cultural standards? Where I come from the great clan Grogbeard, it is customary to put your headwear right next to you in case of cave-in and or any sort of rocks falling on you, or if you need to go into battle.
Or if you need to cover a bald patch in a jiffy.
I know, right? Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage. The captain's helping you.
Oh, yes. All right. I do not remember how to roll persuasion at advantage on D&D Beyond.
You
Is
can
it
right click and it'll give the option for advantage, or you're
perfect.
welcome to roll physically.
You can also
All
hold
right,
left
here we go.
shift to do advantage.
All right. Thank you for the tooltips, everyone. Here we go. Let's go. 23.
Oh,
23. Looks at you and says, "You know what? Not my problem. Go ahead and pop your hat wherever you want." Takes
Perfect. And he reaches into his bag and pulls out the most rustiest, dirtiest looking helmet and puts it down right beside where his food will be.
excellent. You put that down. The captain puts his hat down. He pops off the peg leg, sits it on the table, pointing completely upright, and says,
It's my culture as well.
She walks away.
When drinks come here.
Simon, go ahead.
Yeah, as all this is going on, I've got this. In my eye, I have this whole readout of everything that is happening, and I just like heart react to the rebellion to the mean overlord, Oscar.
Is there any reason why your eyes dart back and forth like that?
No, none whatsoever. Nothing you should concern yourself about. Oh, is that drinks?
Oh yes. Excuse me. I believe we're supposed to click to get her attention.
Oh no.
No.
that's a man of culture.
Yes.
Culture. She comes on over to you, Simon, and the individual behind you, and says, "Can I take your order?"
Oh, Kraken's kiss, please.
Kraken's Kiss. Okay, spiced rum, black spiced rum, coconut milk, and pineapple juice with a hint of nutmeg. Anything for yourself?
I'll have a dark and stormy sea.
Okay, dark rum, ginger beer, lime over ice with a splash of blackcurrant syrup coming right your way. Walks away from you. As she walks away from you, we whip past Chef Mickey and Magritte. She does stop at your table before stepping into the kitchen, and she says, "What do you want, guys?"
Oh, of course, the mermaid's mule.
Gotcha. Merman's Mule. Yeah. Vodka, ginger beer, lime, and a dash of kelp bitters. You're in for a treat.
That sounds like a normal seaside mule, but okay.
Hey, I didn't make the menu. I tried to tell him that I have experience from, Fine Fish Friends.
Hmm.
Didn't want to hear a bar of it. So here we are.
They should have followed your expertise on the matter. I'm sorry.
Kind of looks at you and is like, thanks, Mickey. And
Anytime.
yourself?
I'll start with Siren Sangria, and when the menu's ready to be served, just one of everything.
One of everything. Great, great. Good. And she steps away with a grin on her face, steps into the kitchen and shouts, "Orders up!" I hand it over to you guys to see if there's anything in particular you would like to do as your food and drinks are being served.
Yes, I'm trying to count the heads of people that have entered, how many fit at the table, and I take out an abacus and I'm doing some quick calculations based on price fix menu. Might be a good investment. Start writing notes.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else?
I look like I'm just kind of casually scanning the room, but at the same time, without looking down, my hand is just writing and writing and writing away on my little pad.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I am enjoying a very lovely conversation with
Captain.
with the captain. Yes.
That's the bell of the kitchen.
Yes, Captain Stormhelm. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Enjoying a very lovely conversation, exchanging stories. Mostly he's talking about his family and how goofy some of the clan traditions are, and how some of them are just very outdated and needs probably some changes.
Well, it sounds a lot like the sea, but in mountains, or the sea, but underground.
You completely understand me.
Aye.
See, underground. Are you talking about the magma fields?
Oh, now there's an idea. I've sailed every sea on this planet, but I've never sailed a lava or a magma sea. You and I need to talk. We need to liaise.
Of course, of course. I think you'll be very excited to learn more about the underseas.
We cut across to either Chef Mickey or Lord Sandhurst.
Mickey?
Yes, Chef Mickey is going to look around, make sure no one's watching him closely, and then open his chef coat a little bit to let out a little cockroach, and the cockroach is going to observe the kitchen.
Yeah, beautiful. The cockroach on the ground there. I'm going to need a stealth check from the cockroach, because if Lord Sandhurst spots it...
I'm
I
shooting
also
that
would
thing.
like to know if I spot it sitting at the same table as
So
you.
this is going to be a stealth check from your cockroach against our passives here.
Yeah,
Actually, no, you know what?
I actually
I'll get
have the stat block for it, so
Beautiful.
let's go.
I'll get Magritte to make an active perception check. Lord Sandhurst, I'm going to relegate you to a passive one.
Nat 20
Oh,
plus
shit.
3 for 23.
Let's
In a wide
go.
world. Oh,
Honestly, it's probably for the
close.
best I don't see it.
I got a 22,
Yeah.
so I came close, but
Came close, but this cockroach... Does this cockroach have a name?
Of course. He is called Mickey Magoo's. Or just Magoo's
Excellent.
for sure. Short.
Magoo's.
so it's not
Excellent. Magoo's pops to the ground and scuttles across there, up the side and over the top of the lip of the kind of the steel counter and into the kitchen there. As you step into the kitchen there, go ahead and give me a perception check for Magoo's.
Of course. Not that great. -1. But that's a 13.
13. From all reports and from what you've seen when the store was up, Kaz is genuinely extremely talented and knowledgeable. but you can see that there's a little bit of panic here. The other chefs, the other cooks are working tirelessly. And you can see that they've got all the sides ready. They've got everything else ready. It's the mains that are being held up. And you watch as Marla kind of pokes her head in and is like, are we, what are we doing? How are we doing there? And one of the chefs says,
It's Kaz. He's still trying to deal with the ingredients in the cool room there, so I'm sure he'll be a second.
okay, great. We're still doing good, but big night, guys. By the way, we have to cook at least one of everything. So, and they'll go, ah, and she says, and walks on out there.
Okay.
As Magoo's is looking at that, would you like Magoo's to head anywhere in particular as I cut across to Lord Sanders?
Just like the pantry area or like where they store
Beautiful.
the dried goods.
Yeah, beautiful. You head over to where you assume Kaz to be, in that kind of area where the dry goods and the cold room is. Lord Sandhurst.
I'm having a very similar conversation to Mutton, talking about how the ideals and culture of the clans are outdated and convoluted, how only a madman would sail all the seas, and if one was to attempt to sail on a sea of lava, he deserves to boil in it.
I'm sorry, but
I'm enjoying a nice dark and stormy seas.
I apologize.
Oh, and then jumping between, pointing at the poor people by the door as well.
Go for it, Munton.
Do I know you? Do I know you?
Oh, everyone knows me. It's normal.
I do not recognize you as a clansman of Grogbeard.
Oh. That's good. Am I right?
Clansman of Grogbeard. He'd just as soon be a stain on the ground, you know?
You're too much, sir. You're very funny.
Are you insulting me?
Yes. Yes, quite directly, actually.
Is that a challenge?
No, there is no challenge between noble and clansman. There is simply a divide. But it's a
Are you
pleasure to
saying
see
that
that
the
someone of
gracious
your...
clan of Grogsbeard is not on par with your noble family?
No, not in the slightest.
The
He starts reaching for a book.
Yeah, the captain does at that point kind of put grab his peg leg and just kind of put it across you there, Munton.
No.
Just says,
No.
It's
This
my
is
pleasure.
not like I apologize, Captain. This is not a spell book. No. This is a book of grudges.
Oh, I assumed you were going to pull out a pistol and shoot him point blank in the face. By all means, write down your grievances.
He takes
Yes,
the page.
yes, write in your funny little book.
Your full name?
Will die with the rest of your traditions. Lord Oscar Sandhurst, please make sure you spell
Is
it
Sandhurst
correctly.
spelled like the hearse that you'll be going in?
ooh.
No,
Oh.
Hurst.
So like the hearse you're going in. Understood.
No, there's a T
Lord
on the end.
Oscar Sandhurst. Let's see here. For the
Meanwhile,
grudge
as all-
of insulting clan Grogsbeard
Oh, and your
I-
cultures and traditions.
and cultures and traditions.
And
thank you
being
for the
just a
correction.
general twat.
And being a little bit of a general twat to the lessers, yes.
As all of this
All
is
in
going
agreement
down
here.
my
Simon.
feed,
Yeah.
I take out a piece of paper and start making an odds board for people to make pages. Deaths, 3-1. Lord Oscar dies this
Oh, I'm gonna
evening.
get fucking blasted.
Evicted and blacklisted from the establishment, 2-1. Munton. Just the odds of a poor review, 100%. But whether it's a poor enough review to shut down the establishment, that we could get some action.
If Simon's ever done any research on the other guests, or if he knows of Lord Santos, he would know he's never left a positive review somewhere.
I'm trying to make an even line so we get action on both sides. That's all I'm looking for.
If Magoo's could go ahead and roll a stealth check to move through the kitchen, followed by a perception check.
Yeah, let's do it. First is the stealth. Is a 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then the perception is a 4.
It's like when the cockroach falls off the table and you hear the punk. And it starts...
In this well-kept, clean kitchen, as Magoo's kind of scurries along there, Magoo's would get to like almost to the dried goods area and where the kind of the cold room is, and just hear noise coming from the cold room, like struggling. Without being able to kind of discern what that may be, you just hear a bug, 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 as they shout out. As they shout out, you watch as the other chefs go, shh the fuck up. As they do that, the person goes, sorry, bug.
Notes.
Anybody hear something?
Fry pan comes down on Magoo's there. Just going to make one quick little roll with a fry pan.
Yeah.
That is a 9 to hit Magoo's.
AC is on this is 8, so
How many hit
Not
points?
a goose.
1.
Can we get into a
you
7
would
chat?
you would potentially see if Chef Mickey is in the eyes of Magoo's there. You would potentially notice there, Magritte, that Chef Mickey may just jump a little bit as bang. Poor Magoo's is no more.
Now,
The
in
quickest I've killed a familiar.
in my feed, I'm sure I hear like the slam pot hitting cockroach.
Yeah.
There's no body left behind, right?
No, you hear
Do
the
they-
people in the
do they
kitchen.
think they
You see the feed in the kitchen coming down. Like there was one there. You should have kept your mouth shut. Oh, I'm sure it's here somewhere. Then you didn't kill it. Find it, because if he comes out and sees there's a bug, he's going to be pissed off. Right. And you can hear whisperings of people like scurrying around trying to find this bug. You also hear in your closed captions just muffled struggling that just pops up.
Muffled struggling.
Muffled struggling, which is going to be a character name for me one day. Muffled struggling. Magritte, you notice a little bit of argy-bargy kerfuffle happening in that
Almost
area
like
as well.
muffled struggling.
Yeah. You would hear the doors to the cold room swinging open and a clatter of pans. Hot kind of water or oil being spilled, someone crying out in pain. You would see Marla kind of stepping into the kitchen going, is everything... Oh my goodness. She takes a couple steps back. Kaz comes running out, as do a couple of chefs. You still hear kind of like cries of pain in the kitchen. As Kaz comes kind of sprinting out, he kind of throws up his hands. He says,
The mains are going to be a little slow tonight. We've had a little bit of a problem with our ingredient.
and you watch as an octopus arm flies out, grabs him by the waist, and pulls him back into the kitchen. As it pulls him back into the kitchen, you watch as up on the bench closest to you, Chef Mickey, and Magritte, this crab just kind of scuttles out over the top, a giant crab, and goes and goes to leap down, and you watch as bursting out as the octopus arm pulls back, bursting out and sliding underneath Marla's legs as she looks in shock, knocking her prone. You watch this enormous kind of slippery eel sliding across and crackling with energy there. It's at this point that we are going to need to roll initiative.
Dun, dun. Who's eating whom?
Alrighty, I will get a 25 to 20.
24.
20.
24. Beautiful. What is your dexterity, out of curiosity, Magritte?
It is 14.
Okie dokie. Okay. 24, Magritte. Excellent. Simon, 24. 20 to 15.
17 for Chef Mickey.
Excellent. 15 to 10.
And 11.
14.
14.
An 11 for mutton.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Mutton. There we are. Beautiful. Excellent. At the very, very top of the round, as all this chaos is happening, you, Simon, at the very top of the round, find yourself where this open doorway into the kitchen is. It is about, where are we? About 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, about 40 feet from you. The server area where the giant crab is a little closer, and the eel is sliding away from you with Marla kind of tumbling off the back of it. What would you like to do?
So the eel is so the octopus grabbed the chef, and the chef's gone. Right? Can't see that at all.
Pulled him back into the kitchen. You can see in that like open kind of a serving kind of bar area of the kitchen, just tentacles flailing, someone crying out in pain like they're burnt, and then you occasionally see Kaz kind of going, "Ah! Ah! 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 Ah!"
Well, that seems like something a little too far away for me to help with at the moment. So, and the crab thing just looks like it's trying to escape. Okay, that's fine. The eel is causing havoc, so I'm going to break off one of the beads from my abacus and throw it like a dart at the eel, which you said was within 60 feet.
Yeah, the eel's within 60 feet. It is a big, like a large eel as it swims past the like lobster tank there.
Fantastic. I'm going to throw it that way. Does a 12 strike this this creature?
A 12 does not quite strike the eel.
Okay,
It's
well, that abacus
slippery
bead
hide.
just like sort of rolls off into the corner, and then I would like to get up and climb down from my high chair so that I could take cover underneath the table.
Yeah, beautiful. Excellent. You duck under the table there. As you duck under the table, you hear behind you the Gith kind of like, "Oh, what's a great idea?" And you see him trying to stuff himself under a table as well. That is going to bring us down to the eel. You watch as the eel slides. You watch as it kind of lifts its head like a cat of some sort and kind of goes, "Ha, ha, ha, ha," and it goes. As it spits, there is a gob of like inky, sticky eel juice that lands on a couple of customers. They're immediately kind of trapped in it, and kind of it sparks a little bit and kind of stuns them as they slip over. The eel then turns and rounds its way back round past the lobster tank, and as it does, you watch as its tail hits the lobster tank, and the lobster tank kind of cracks along the side there. That is going to bring us down to Magritte.
I'm going to sigh, push my chair back, and I see the crab is the closest to me, correct?
The crab is like within 5 or 10 feet of the two of you. Yeah, it's like there.
Yes. I am first going to just do a sharp jab right between its little crab eyes. Let me see if that hits first. That's a 15 to hit.
15 is exactly what you need to hit.
Great. Right.
Where's crab?
Not good damage, only 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
But then I am going to, as I do that, sort of brace myself right on that edge of its shell, flip over and stomp with my heeled boot on the back of its shell.
Excellent. Yeah.
Make another unarmed
Yeah.
strike.
Right where the meat is.
Trying to crack that shell. That's another 15 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Better damage that time. That's an 8.
8. Beautiful. 2 smacks on the crab there. Would you like to land back on this side or inside the kitchen as you kind of stomp on it and then
Like to be standing on the crab.
standing on the crab? Beautiful. Yeah, you can hold it by the eye stalks and be like standing on it. Nice. Excellent. That is going to bring us down to the octopus in there. The octopus, you get a good look in there, Magritte. This octopus is just slowly making its way up, but as it is, its limbs are flailing everywhere. It has our friend in one limb. You can see that it has a number of like frying pans in the other that they're kind of flinging around there. And you watch as you look in, you do see that two chefs appear to have slipped and had like hot water kind of land on them and hot oil. They look really, 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 really badly hurt. This thing is going to how many hands has it got? 3. It's got 4 hands free. It is going to just attempt to grab a couple things here. You watch as it's kind of tentacles come out. It sludges its way towards the doorway there, flips the door open with 2 hands. This enormous octopus reaches out with a tentacle. Does a 19 hit you, Magritte?
Sure does.
Okay. Magritte, you are just going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're now grappled by this creature. It is then going to use its final kind of action to drag you off the crab there and pull you towards it there. And you're now getting kind of whipped about in the air. As you whip past Kaz, he says,
I certainly hope that this doesn't reflect poorly on. This is not something that I have.
that is going to bring us down to Lord Oscar Sandhurst. What would you like to
Lord
do?
Oscar is going to walk over to the kitchen door, and sort of lean against the frame, kind of casually, just with one hand sort of poking it open. Seems there might have been a delay with service.
We're trying to
You
get
there?
the food out to you as soon as possible.
Stop that. And he's going to click his fingers at the octopus, and when he does so, it will feel a pang in its mind, but nobody else sees anything. And I'm also going to use Lucky on this to give myself advantage.
Yeah. As you click, immediately Marla just kind of looks at you and goes, and starts to try and get off the eel to come over to
you. Nat 20, let's go. And
Hey!
because I had advantage.
Yeah,
so I
go
roll
for it.
an additional 4d6 on top of my damage.
Yes, indeed. Double those dice.
Oh, okay. So I do 1d6 plus 4, and then 2d6. So that is 66 plus 4.
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Good thing you have all those d6.
60. So 20 damage total.
20
I
damage
click my
total.
fingers.
With 20 damage total, this octopus kind of writhes a little bit, and as it does, it is going to drop everything it's holding. So Kaz and Magritte and the pots and pans clang to the ground, and it immediately starts to
I'm
come
going to
towards
look
you.
down at the chef. Do you want it dead?
Well, that's the only way to cook it. They usually come relatively dead or freshly killed. I'm not sure why these ones are alive.
Right.
Supplier must have screwed up. Yes, please, is what I'm saying.
And then I'm going to hold up a dagger with my interaction, pull one out. It's my offhand weapon. I have the weapon mastery Nick, so I can do my offhand attack as a part of my standard action. And I'm going to use my bonus action to steady aim, so I have advantage again.
You've already moved on this turn, unfortunately.
I moved.
Steady aim.
I cannot steady aim.
Yeah.
Then I throw, and I am
Yes.
free to the winds.
Go for it.
14.
14 does hit the giant octopus.
Let's go. Ignore the sneak attack. That is 8 piercing damage.
Nice. Dagger flies into the meat of this octopus, and it kind of writhes a little bit. The tentacles kind of curl in and then back out, and it is making a beeline for you.
Then I'm going to bonus action, dash, and move to the other side of the hole. If it hits
Beautiful.
me, let's do it.
I will say that it will whip out at you one little swipey swipe. That is a 16 to hit you.
16 would normally hit me, but I will use my reaction to parry with defensive duelist, adding 2 to my AC.
As you fling it away, the lady you were sitting with says, "Yes, well done, well done. Show them how it's done."
I've dealt with worse duelists in Baldur's Gate, honestly.
That dreadful place. As you parry away this tentacle arm, we're going to go ahead and take a break and come down to Munton, jumping on into the fray. We'll see you in a moment.
Take that, squid.
Welcome back, and I know you are all enjoying this fantastic dinner and a battle just like you were at medieval times, but let's just take a pause here for a second and talk about dessert. Over on our Patreon, we are serving up some delicious items for you right now. Right now, if you remember, you can listen to our brand new battle track written by our good friend Josh Crow, and within a fortnight, there will be a first look at a 10 Candles episode, a fantastic 10 Candles that we did in the Wild West, rootin' tootin' 10 Candles. And we also have some other fabulous thank you gifts, including handwritten letters, game nights with the cast, early access to our recorded content, and exclusive access to party with us for movie nights. I believe we still have Llamageddon coming up soon. And still, for the next 5 folks that join, I will send out a Bitch Militia t-shirt or a Rook's Red Cup so that you too can enjoy a Kraken's Kiss just like our producer. So check it out. And with that, let's get back to the dinner and a theater show action.
Yeah, we whip back to. I just got flashbacks to my career as a dinner theater actor back in Australia. Oh boy, those were some times. If you've never been to dinner theater, go check one out. Your life will never be the same. We come back to our combat midway through after Lord Sandhurst parrying an octopus arm. We come down to Mutton. What would you like to do?
Oh, right. I forgot I was Lord Mutton for a minute there. Sorry. I got this. Oh, I was talking to MJ.
Who is Mutton?
Anyways, a good friend of ours. We are going to use my bonus action to activate the innate sorcery trait.
Yeah.
So, twice per long rest, I can take a bonus action to unleash the shimmering magic within myself for 1 minute.
Yeah, what does it look like when you go Super Saiyan?
Well, I wouldn't say going Super Saiyan, more like getting really angry. He grabs the helmet, he marches over to Lord Oscar. Lord Oscar,
Yes.
I hereby serve you your grudge paper, and you, good sir, shall see to that this is what you shall expect. And fire starts to spurt out from his with every breath he takes, and as it does, it shoots up into the air as 3 bolts of fire start to formulate around. And I am casting Scorching Ray, but I am also going to use the Font of Magic feature of the sorcerer to cast it as a twin spell. When I cast a spell that can be cast with a high level spell slot to target an additional creature. Oh wait, I don't think I can do this because I can't go higher.
Yeah, you can. You can cast Scorching Ray higher to get another beam, right? Which then could technically.
The spell
be sent
does
to
function
another-
like that, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was restricted. If you can't tell, I'm a total noob at the new 2024.
It's all right.
rules.
It's new. It's new twin spell as well. Who dis? So it can be cast with a higher level spell slot to target an additional creature. So yeah.
All right, then I will use that 1 sorcery point to modify my spell to cast it at 1 level higher, giving me a 4th beam as the anger of the insults of of my clan has been insulted. And what are my available targets by chance?
Well, there's Lord Oscar right in front of you. There's also the giant. So you're on the other side of the aquarium tank, as you guys are out front of the kitchen. But on the other side of that, you see the eel moving. From this point, with the doors open, you could definitely hit the eel. You could hit the octopus, and you could try to hit the crab as well, which is kind of visible through the open kind of serving window.
Right. I also have a Wand of the War Mage as well, which ignores half cover.
Yeah.
I am going to focus all in on the octopus.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me 4 attack rolls on the octopus. Don't forget to you get advantage or +1.
I have advantage.
Yeah, so with advantage for all 4 of those rolls, please.
Yes, and this is to really hammer home to Lord Oscar that he has upset the clansmen of Grogbeard. So first roll is going to net us a lovely 23. Would you like me to roll damage now?
No, just give me all the attack rolls. It's more fun to roll the damage in one big chunk.
Fair enough. Oh, I accidentally rolled. It's a single dice. I'm just going to roll a second one. Next one's going to be a 20.
Beautiful.
So 23, 20. And then we got the next one that comes up is going to be a 15.
15 will hit the octopus, yeah.
Lovely. Good to know. And last but not least, we have another 20.
Beautiful.
All right.
That's 8d6 of fire, please.
Yes, 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 yes.
Very nice. As you
I'm
As
turning
you-
this non.
as you fire that off, Kaz says, "Oh, don't overcook it. Don't overcook it."
It is severely overcooked with 34 points of fire damage.
34 points of fire damage. Beautiful. Math. This octopus is looking almost completely done. As you blast it with that those scorching rays, 60 plus points of damage, and it is kind of writhing there on the spot, charred on the front there. Kaz kind of looks at you and says,
Oh, okay, enough. I still need to serve that, please.
And I hope you take it to heart, Lord Oscar, that you have pissed off one, but not just one, an entire clan of Groaksbeard.
Is that piece of papier for me?
Yes, it's a list of
Oh,
all
this.
your-
And then I'm gonna reach my finger towards it, and almost as if a little bit of telekinesis, just it'll slip out your hand and go towards the floor. Oh, wow, it's ruined now, isn't it?
It's all right. We have a copy in the book.
beautiful.
Wonderful.
That is going to bring us. I think I said Mutton instead of Mickey. So Mickey, why don't you go now? I've got two M's. I got two M's here with my terrible handwriting.
Look at him.
But you have a chef in front of Mickey.
Is the crab
not on this.
within 5 feet of anyone else?
The
Other than
crab
me.
is no longer in fight. No, because Magritte's been pulled away. Yeah, just you.
Oh. Well then, I'm going to bonus action disengage and run over to the octopus.
Yeah.
And
Run
as I
around.
do that,
Or jump
I'm-
in through the.
yeah, I'm going to kind of scamper underneath its legs.
Cool.
And then when I'm in there, in the kitchen, I'm going to kind of climb on the walls, make sure I knock as much shit over as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
While I'm up there, I'm gonna
Petty.
grab a mandolin slicer and a chef's knife,
Mm.
and I'm going to attack this octopus with those two things,
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me your first attack there.
of course. And I have pack tactics because of Kobold.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here we go. Why is it not rolling? Oh. Ignore that one. That is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit the octopus.
All right. 4, 6 plus some damage from sneak attack. And I wish there it is. For 15 damage.
Beautiful.
For 15 mandolin slicer damage.
That first stab pierces the octopus. You hear this weird, inhuman shriek. And as you pierce it, it starts to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. And lying on the ground there, unconscious but not dead, is a humanoid sailor lying there.
Oh.
That's your first attack.
My second attack, I'm going to throw the chef's knives at the crab.
Crab's ass, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. That's gonna fly way off. Tell me how it.
What'd you get?
Misses. An 8.
An 8? Was it a nat 1?
No.
Okay, great. All it does is kind of fly, and as it flies across, you can see the pirate like putting his leg back on, and then he goes to reach for his hat, and your dagger just kind of lands between his fingers there, and he goes, "Oh, nice." Picks up his hat, sits it on his head there. Anything else you want to do?
I want to kind of hold the man, whoever this sailor is.
Yeah.
Just kneel next to him.
Beautiful. As you hold the man there, we come down to our final initiative position, Crab. Crab is going to jump down after you, after you've kind of, after you've got him in the butt there. He's going to reach out with his grabber and pincher. The grabber is a nice 5 to hit you. Tries to grab you, no such luck. Comes in with the pincer off the back of that. That is a 15 to hit you, Chef Mickey.
15 just hits.
Okay. As he stabs into you there, ooh, that's gonna be 7 points of damage. As the grabber doesn't get you, but the pincher does. Just a crush to you there for a moment there, and the crab is right in front of you. That will bring us back around top to Simon as the individuals start to try and run out of the restaurant here.
Oh, yeah. People running out of the restaurant. This is not good for business. I would like to run to the front door if possible.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think it's that far away.
Yeah, you'll get.
And I would like to use my fast hands to quickly lock the door as a bonus action.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And all right, then turn back. I'm not sure if there's an eel or a crab or something else in my general area.
The eel is no more than 10 feet in front of you. It pretty much goes front door, you, eel, aquarium, and then on the other side, you've got Lord Oscar and Munton and Octopus and Kitchen.
Okay, fantastic. Then I would like to, and the eel has not been damaged yet because it definitely dodged my abacus
Indeed.
attack. I got it.
Indeed.
I'm going to take out one of the quills that I have to write with that has a stabby sort of point to it, and I'm going to throw it at the eel. I guess it's the closest thing to
Beautiful. Yeah, go ahead and give me your attack roll.
at the 16.
16 will hit the eel.
That's 5 points of piercing damage, and I'm assuming there's nobody else around the eel, and I did not have advantage on the attack, so the eel was quite cognizant of the fact I was going to attack it. Yes.
Correct, and it does kind of curl around to you as everyone backs away from the door as the eel rounds on you. Yeah.
If I have any movement left, I'm not sure I had 30 feet. I would like to climb up on top of the door if I can, seeing as how I have a climb speed. So
Yeah, you can climb over the arch of the door. Yeah, absolutely.
sit up there and look down at the eel.
Yes. This large eel is going to make a beeline for you. As it makes a beeline for you, it is going to spit at you this time. Could you make a dexterity saving throw, please, as this glob comes flying to you?
I'm sure a 10 is enough.
You get hit by this slick, shimmery nonsense. As you do, you take 3 points of lightning damage. And you are essentially knocked prone or grappled. As a result, your speed is 0. I will get a strength saving throw from you to hold on above the door there.
I'm sure 6 is enough for that.
Beautiful. You drop to the ground in front of the doorway there. It swims, not swims, but sludges its way over to you, and it's just going to try to chomp you. That is
I'm watching on my feed as this is described.
Yeah.
As I thump on the floor.
That is unfortunately a 24 to hit you.
Oh, sure,
Almost
yeah.
a crit. You are going to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of piercing damage as this eel sinks its teeth into you. Big bite there. And everyone pushes away from the door, letting this happen. That is going to bring us to Magritte, and then technically Mickey again, because I fucked Mickey over on his last turn. Magritte, what would you like to do?
All right, so I presumably have been dropped.
You are, yes.
What
You're
was
no
the
longer grappled.
octopus.
Yeah.
So I scramble to my feet and see Mickey being harassed by a crab. So I scramble over there and I go for the claw that was trying to pinch at Mickey and try to like grab it at the base of the claw and just like kick the sort of arm that claw is attached to try to snap it.
Yeah, go for it.
8.
8 misses. You grab the crab claw and it kind of twists its arm a little bit, and you're forced to let go of it there.
All right, I'm going to go back to like I'm going to attack the same spot that I stomped earlier
Yeah.
on the back, trying to crack that
Absolutely.
shell. This time I'm going to drop an elbow on it.
Very cool.
So let's see. That is a 15.
15 is exactly what you need to hit crab.
Okay. Only 3 points of damage, but I'm gonna then get up on it again and keep hitting at that same spot with the heel of my boot for one
go for it.
more unarmed strike.
Go for it.
Down's a 12.
Oof. You jump on top and you kind of hammer down into it. I mean, the crab's not looking great. The crab has not nearly as much health as the octopus, but it is still moving. And as you land on its back, it then starts to reach up to you. It's at least abandoning Mickey here by the looks of it. Anything else you want to do?
That's it.
With that sailor in your arms, we come down to you, Mickey.
You may be muted.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
lost
Lord
you.
Oscar next after me.
There we go. Lord Oscar is after you, followed by Mutton.
Amazing. As I'm going to look at the crab, I'm going to go to my knees and beg. I'm going to say, please, please, don't cause any harm to me. Just the rest of the kitchen. And I'm going to beg, and that gives advantage on that crab for everyone else.
Nice.
That is my action.
Yeah.
My bonus action, I'm going to pull out a one of my special sauces. This operates as a pipe of haunting, and I'm going to raise it up. And you can try my special sauce if you want, and it's just going to start burbling inside. And they need to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or be frightened.
Do you want to get what's the distance on that? You could probably get
15 feet.
Oh, 15 feet. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say you might be able to get the eel. Here we go. Wisdom saving throw. That's a 15 on the dice, -1 for a 14.
Ooh, nice. So it's frightened for 1 minute.
Beautiful. Excellent. The crab kind of looks at you and makes a little beep, beep noise, and it does not look very happy at all. Excellent. Anything else you want to do?
That's all I got.
Okay, beautiful. That is going to bring us down to Lord Oscar.
Yes, the heel of the group will raise his hand and click his fingers and look at the crab disgusted. I have still not addressed Mutton yet, since he started shouting at me. He tried to hand me some kind of paper or something. I'm not really sure. But with the 20, I think I hit an octopus. Oh no, crab, sorry.
You hit crab, yeah.
Which does 12 damage to the crab, psychic damage.
Yeah, not looking great.
My
that
mere
crab,
presence is grating.
Yeah. As you hit it, the fear in those eye stalks, and then utter psychic damage. You knowing what you know now, Mickey, look up at the crab, and as you're cowering, you see a little humanity in it.
Good. So it understands its fear.
Anything else you want to do, Lord Oscar?
Yes. As part of my action, I'm going to throw another psychic dagger and be like, "Oi! Stop looking at the kobold and look at me when I'm talking to you."
You hear from the other side of the room.
Less damage.
You've conquered crabs before, Lord Sandhurst. You can do it again.
It's true, my escapades in the Free Cities were perhaps a little perturbed by some things. And this only does a d4 plus 4 on the extra attack with the psychic. I don't have a dice for this. I'll just roll a d4.
You don't need too much.
Max damage, 8.
Dagger hits crab. Crab, in its frightened state, starts to shrink down in fear, and it drops to the ground with Magritte standing on this sailor's back as he's unconscious.
Excellent. Well, I've done my job. I'm going to lean against the wall and so look down at Mutton. Oh, you're still there.
That will bring us to you, Mutton.
Is the eel still currently alive?
The eel is still very much alive. The eel is now like over the top of Simon, like around the corner from this tank that you guys are separated between.
Well, my business here is concluded with you.
Yes, sir. What were you talking about?
And he will then take the helmet and slide it onto his head.
Now, excuse me, but a real hero has to do things, as I will go over.
That's the first time you've used manners.
You head
He
over to
will
the eel.
ignore you promptly.
Yeah.
He will trudge over to where Simon is, where he's doing battle with the eel, as I will prep another spell. First off, I cast as a bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, beautiful. Hunter's Mark on the eel there. What does it
course.
look
I
like
mean-
when Hunter's Mark falls upon this eel, your particular Hunter's Mark?
He raises his hand high into the air, and as a sparkle of reddish light falls from his hand and hovers over the eel, it coats it as if completely covered in shining cinnamon.
Nice.
Because what I'm going to do next is rather quite spicy. As for my main action, I will be casting Scorching Ray once again. And of course, just to clarify,
Yeah.
combat timing is still 6 seconds around, or is it already been?
It is 6 seconds around, and I hate to do this to you, but in casting Hunter's Mark, you will not be able to cast a leveled spell as an action.
Ah, my apologies then.
That's all right.
All right, not a leveled spell. So does that mean I can use a
Cantrip.
cantrip?
You can use a cantrip. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. As I will be casting instead of Scorching Ray, Firebolt.
Yeah, that works. Don't forget your
All
your super mad bonus as well.
Super Mad bonus as well. As
And
I
one-
will roll my Super Mad bonus and get a 21 against the eel.
21 will hit Neil. Go ahead and give me your damage and your Hunter's Mark damage.
Yep. Let's see here. I got a flat roll.
Wait, so if
As
I keep
the-
pissing off Mutton, he'll become more powerful.
I am.
Yeah.
powerful.
Mutton's
Okay,
basically
this could be the meta.
Mutton's basically Vegeta.
I now have a 1 of fire damage, and with my d6, a 2 of force damage.
Okay, 3 points of damage there. Better than nothing. The cinnamon kind of in the dust kind of burns a lot, and this thing swings around away from Simon. Anything else you want to do?
That will be all. I have done my turn in full.
Beautiful. At the end of the round, you see that people are in shock. As is Kaz. Kaz is completely frozen looking at these sailors on the ground there. We come back around top to Simon, followed by Eel, followed by Magritte. Simon, you are essentially like grappled by this goo. But you're welcome to do whatever you like. The eel is still right in front of you.
Yes, well, I licked my lips a little bit. Toasted cinnamon. That's an interesting comment. Maybe that'll go well on tongue. Oh, anyway, yes, there's an eel here. Is there anyone else next to the eel, or is it just me?
Mutton, did you run right up to it or kept a bit of distance?
I would keep a bit of distance,
Okay.
assuming that I would attract his attention. I would want to keep myself a bit.
So there's still a bit of distance between it and everyone else.
Well, that's the way it works. I'm just going to take out a couple of quills and go stabby then.
Yeah, go for it. As you stab into this thing.
25 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 6 points of stabby quill damage.
Yeah.
And a 17 to hit.
Hits.
For max damage, 4 points of stabby quill damage.
Beautiful.
And for my
Excellent.
bonus action, I will just go, oh yes, that toasted cinnamon was wonderful. Do that again. Do it again.
The eel turns around to you as you say, do it again. It is going to... it's going to chomp you once more. It's not looking great, this eel, but it will chomp you once more. It's not going to spit at you. That is an 8 to hit you. Misses. You see the subtitles chomp It then snakes away and is going to make a beeline for Mutton there. You do get an attack of opportunity if you wish, Simon.
Oh, sure. Yes, I have a quill. That's stabby. That's a 9. That
A 9
I
misses.
was busy reading the subtitles. Chomp misses. You know.
An 18 to hit you, Mutton, as it comes up and tries to bite you like around the leg like a great Y.
I wish to use my reaction to cast the shield spell, turning my AC into a 20.
Beautiful. Sinks its teeth around you, does not get hold, moves back a little bit. This eel looks very badly hurt as we come down to you, Magritte, standing on top of an unconscious, very poorly looking sailor, rather.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at this person who I am standing on, step off of him. I will just crouch beside him and kind of look over, or them, I don't remember if you used a pronoun. And then I'll just kind of look over their injuries really quick, and seeing something I think I can fix, I'm gonna kind of grab and just like pop like a shoulder, dislocated shoulder back into place, and I'm going to use Hand of Healing to restore some hit point.
Yeah.
I will give them 5 hit points.
Excellent. Shoulder pops back in, a rib as well that you broke standing on them, and they come back to consciousness. Kind of looking around. They go,
Okay.
"Where am I?
You're in a restaurant.
How? Wait,
I was going to ask you the same question.
Goblin Cub. Goblin Hub?
Yes.
Hey, anything else you want to do?
That's it.
Beautiful. That's going to bring us down to you, Mickey.
All right, so we got this eel. Anyone within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Mighty
Mutton
Mutton, of
now
course.
within 5 feet of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm going to. I'm in the kitchen right now. I'm going to first bonus action pilfer the sailor's pockets below me, who was the octopus. Looking for ID, any like.
Yeah. Go ahead, give me a real quick
identifying
investigation
documents.
check. Yeah.
Investigation. Okay,
Yeah.
that is a 4. So
4. So what you do find is like doubloons, which would lead you to believe that he's a sailor. And there's a little card that just says we sail off at dawn. So you gather that whoever they sail for, they sail off again at dawn tomorrow.
great. What's the most expensive looking chef or item in the kitchen right now?
The array of like Japanese knives on the metal kind of thing.
Perfect. I'm going to go up and grab 2 of the biggest, most expensive Japanese knives.
Yeah.
Japan famously off the side
Japan
of
also
the sword
exists.
coast.
we joke, but a lot of the names in this part of the world that we've been playing in for a long time, and indeed when you watch the House of Ill Repute, a lot of them are Japanese inspired.
Amazing. And I'm going to throw them both at the eel.
Eel, nice, go for it.
All right. First one is a 24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
For 7 plus 13 damage. Second one
Beautiful.
is
Beautiful.
a 21 to hit.
21 will hit. This eel is looking not so good as you launch incredibly sharp knives at it.
Mm-hmm. And the second
So
one
sharp
is
they just go
2.
through. They don't lodge in.
Ooh. I hope they go right through the door and they're lost forever.
They continue. They just go through the door, through everything.
Just gone.
They hit Lord Oscar in the chest.
Yeah.
Second one is 2 damage.
2 damage on top of that. This eel is looking real bad. Real bad at this point. Anything else you want to do?
I stand over the ex crab or a person who was healed. Yeah.
Beautiful, excellent. That's going to bring us down to you, Lord Oscar.
Well, it seems we've only got one writhing problem left in front of us. Excuse me, Master Dwarf. Tell me, you seem familiar. Have we met?
He ignores you.
Now you're
He's
playing the
learning.
game, good sir. I'm rather growing to like your grit. You genuinely don't care I'm a lord, do you? Wonderful. I'm going to click my fingers and look at the eel and stab it with my brain.
Go for it.
My bare intolerableness. Here we are. And I would like to steady aim.
Yes.
Give it a little blam. That's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
We'll take that. And that is 16 total psychic damage.
Tell me how you handle this eel.
So he'll raise up his hands, he'll click his fingers. You'll see its eyes will kind of glow with a little bit of purple light for a brief moment, as if it kind of just freezes on the spot, dumbfounded. And then it just begins to deflate slowly into a flaccid mass on the ground.
Into a flaccid mass of humanoid on the ground there, and we are officially out of combat. The place is incredibly still. The glass kind of aquarium there kind of pauses for a moment, and as you all stand there still, it just and shatters and just pours water all over the body of this this sailor. Lobsters on the ground, kind of scuttling about, and we are out of combat. And I hand it over to you guys with good old Kaz looking shocked, the noble woman looking shocked, everyone looking shocked here. Marla, the server.
So, a point of order, is the glob of whatever that was spat on me, does that also disappear, or am I still grappled within it?
You will be stuck for a minute unless you try to pull yourself out.
No, I'm just going to sit there and go, yes, over here, I had ordered the Kraken's Kiss. If you could, please, I could really use a drink.
Kaz says,
I am so sorry. We may have to call this a wash. Food cannot be served in these circumstances, and something horrible has been done to my place here. Some sort of tomfoolery, or excuse my French, fuckery has been done. So please, I kindly ask that you head out through the front door or through the kitchen to the emergency exit. I apologize. You will all be completely reimbursed or given a free meal here. I have to figure out what happened. Marla, please. And kind of gestures over to the...
I'm still sort of leaning somewhat defensively over this
Yeah.
sailor that I've revived. I don't want anyone
Yeah.
getting between me and him.
Yeah.
You, sir, are having a bloody giraffe. We came for fine dining and services. If none are rendered, there must at least be compensation for the lack of titillation.
As I said, you will be reimbursed or given another night to dine on. I'm sure at your age you're
Well,
hard
with
of
these
hearing,
kinds
but
of
that's fine.
circumstances, you
Happy
think we're going to
repeat.
come back?
I beg your pardon?
You think we're going to come back after a foray like this?
Frankly, sir, I don't mind whether you come back or never deign to happen upon my restaurant again. My concern is the health of these gentlemen and women here. Apologies, I apologize.
Well, let me at least help with the ne'er-do-well on the wall. I'm going to click my fingers, and a psychic strike is going to get the goop off of Simon.
Marla kind of looks at you, Lord Oscar, and just says, I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't come back. The lady beside you, lady, I keep forgetting her name. Lady, not Stormhelm, Lady Driftfin. Driftwood, Lady Driftfin. She looks at you and she says, I'm certainly not coming back here at all. This place seems to be, it gives the town a bad name for seafood. That's what I say. Kind of looks around and a couple of people go, oh.
I honestly think it's the most exciting thing that's happened in this little swill of a backwater in many years. And Miss Driftman, if you could be any less interesting in company, I'd rather sit and watch beige wall paint dry for several hours. So if you could please find the exit, these little, whatever these people are, seem rather fun.
As
Off with you.
far as my entertainment value, pot meet kettle. And she turns off haughtily and starts to kind of step on it.
Fair where fair is due.
I'm going
She looks
to
back
make
at
my-
you and she looks back at you and she says, "A little bit of golfing tomorrow, maybe."
Oh, of course, I'll see you every.
Oh, wonderful. And she leaves.
I'm going to make my way over to Mutton. So you look like you were enjoying yourself. Is this correct? Were you, sir? As I stare up at him.
If I'm enjoying myself, I was having a glad time drinking. I met good company. I've met terrible individuals. And I was hoping for good food, but I really think we should call the guard. There are dead men here.
Are there? I look around. I think they're just unconscious. Are they dead? Magritte? Magoo?
Certainly not all of them, but you could do something to assist. So I'm going to kind of lean in to the sailor that I'm with and just, do you know how you came to be here? What was the last thing that you remember?
We were sailing on in, and we docked into the warehouse there, and we were unboxing our catch to bring here to the Goblin Hob. And last thing I remember was a flash of light, and then I couldn't help but kind of like castanet sort of play.
Interesting.
Castanet, you say, as in like the clicking instrument.
That's what I felt like I was doing. Yeah, right, with the clicking and the clacking of the
Because
claws.
he was a crab, you see.
Well, I'm assuming that the castanet came with light.
The castanet was me hands from turning into a crab.
Meanwhile,
So
I'm
we're
gonna
not
go-
dealing with a bard.
No, decidedly not. We kicked our last bard off the ship. Pain in the arse, to be honest.
Well, is this? Oh, I thought you were in the restaurant industry, the Goblin Hall. I shouldn't be so worried then. You're clearly a murder mystery sort of group. I mean, no one died. This is genius. I knew this wasn't a real restaurant.
I'm going over to the eel, the person that used to be an eel,
Yeah.
and at Magritte's suggestion, giving them mouth to mouth.
Oh,
Beautiful.
gosh.
You start giving them mouth to mouth. Kaz looks at you, Chef Mickey, and says,
I know we have differing opinions, but
gestures to Marla and says,
even enemies can become allies. I assure you, this is not some sort of theater restaurant. This was not planned.
Oh, sorry.
and I
enemies
assure you,
You're such a
allies?
good
Not so much.
actor.
she looks at you and he says,
I don't know what to do with you.
you begin mouth to mouth, Simon, on
Breathe, damn it! It's too soon for you.
make a medicine check.
I'm also going to, at this point, move on to the former octopus.
Octopus, yeah.
And do another 2 points of healing.
Beautiful.
Just to revive them.
Octopus comes back to consciousness. Simon, the eel, comes back to consciousness right under you there and looks at you and says,
All right. Okay, enough. I'm up.
"Ugh."
Good to have you back. I need to write up a contract here, and I go back. I take the pen that I had used to stab the eel with, that I assume has blood on it, and begin writing up a contract with a certain organization and Kaz here for a dinner theater establishment, funds to be loaned, and entertainment to be provided. This is going to be a smash. I think this is going to be a very good success.
No, no, no. This I was meant to be the premier seafood restaurant. Everything was going swimmingly. Pun definitely intended. I didn't mean to put people out of business. I just wanted to supply them, but the suppliers wanted to come to me, and I need to sit down. My life is ruined.
And he plonks himself down on the ground there as you kind of press the paper to him.
Just need a signature here. Any old mark will do.
Starts to read it over.
Once the octopus is revived, former
Mm.
octopus,
Yeah.
I'm just immediately like, "You're okay. You're safe now.
Uh,
Just relax. It's okay. It's okay. What's the last thing you remember?"
I've got like a phantom limb syndrome now.
I
feel
understand.
Like
It's very strange. What's the last thing that you remember?
we were sailing into the dock shed, and then we were unpacking all the goods there. I heard a voice. I looked up and I saw him. I saw him flash and turn into a giant crab.
Oh, yes, he did do that.
And then I saw a light flash, and I don't know the rest.
Did you recognize the voice? Can you describe it at all?
It was feminine. That's all I heard.
Interesting. All right. Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna just rush back to my table, grab my pad, and just write down everything that they both told me.
Excellent. The eel kind of looks up and says, apologies, Kaz. We were trying to get your stuff to you. We'll get back to the sandstorm presently and get you what you need."
No, that's not necessary. Rest, my good man. Rest.
As a fellow chef, would this be how a normal restaurant would get their supplies?
Yeah, they would normally get their supplies from, usually you would have like a dedicated crew, like sailing crew, but you know that like people were eager to supply this place because they knew it was going to fly off the handle, and
Okay.
Kaz is happy to pay top dollar. But you would typically, the fish would be caught, unloaded in the morning or as early as possible, and brought into the restaurant, couriered to the restaurant there, where it'd be prepped.
And do I remember the owner of the business that was gone under?
Yeah, she's a waitress here now.
Oh, she is the
It's
one.
Marler,
Okay.
the ex-owner, proprietor. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Question, GM.
Yeah. We said not GM. What did we say?
Chef, sorry.
Chef or daddy?
Father.
Papa. Go ahead. Ask your question.
So I remember earlier in the session that
Mm.
there was a tone of Marlowe's that was very much not happy. And then this enemies to friends comment from Kaz, was it?
Yeah.
And that is starting to titillate my character's mind. May I roll an investigation check into a potential idea or a inference, if you will?
I will say that in this particular case, if you're wanting to look into someone's motivations, you can make an insight check. If you wish to set yourself a DC to see whether Mutton is smart enough to realize something or not. If not, I'll leave it down to you to roleplay it.
All right. Mutton is going to insight Marlowe, I believe it was.
Yeah. Marla, yeah.
He's going to attempt to. As he puts his hand to his beard and strokes it, the sheen starting to really get into the fingers where it starts to bleed into there. And as he does, he goes, with an 18.
She is reserved, not really helping, like kind of just nudging the lobsters back towards the tank there, but certainly isn't broken up about this. Nor was the lady that stepped out, nor are some of the other people here. But when you focus in on Marla in particular, knowing what happened to her restaurant or the restaurant she worked for, or definitely not super broken up about how the night's events have gone.
Miss Marla,
Yeah.
you were the, you're part of the staff, to my knowledge, yes?
Yeah. I'm staff here. I'm part of the help.
What is your position currently?
I am currently head server and hostess of this place.
Do you handle external business parts? Should
I
say taking orders?
Well, when Kaz is a little run down, I usually kind of show up early and liaise a little bit. I had kind of contacts with people that would supply my place, so I, kind of did him a solid on that.
Are they talking openly about this?
Yeah.
As we're
Yes.
around the kitchen? I would
Yeah.
like to open telepathic communication with Mutton.
Ooh, here we go.
I can do so for a D6 hours, and my first one
Yeah.
is free. And I'm going to connect with his mind for the next 3 hours. Sorry, Mutton. You can end it as an action if you want to. It's no action at all. You can just end it if you don't like it. But
What
I'm
if
gonna
he
connect your
decides to do
mind.
it immediately?
I mean,
Go for it.
I've not said
Am I
anything to it.
aware?
It's up to you.
Okay.
So, Lord
I
Oscar,
create a link,
begin
and then you can
talking,
hear
and you
me.
let us know what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you how you respond. Look,
Of course.
let's level. You're clearly no yes man. You get things done, and you don't have personal biases towards social structure. You're exactly what's needed here. And I am sorry for my abrasive nature, though I will not say it physically to you because of appearances. The only thing you truly know about me is my name is Oscar. But all you need to know is I am willing to help you, and I'm glad to meet someone who is stubborn enough to be forthright with how they actually behave. Do you believe this server might want this place closed?
Me as Mutton does not want to have anything to do with Oscar, but you had to apologize. All right. Mutton does not close down the communication. Mentally, he states, I have reason to suspect that Marla here is a potential individual who mayhaps have turned these poor sailors into their catch of the day. And I'm trying to find out if they were the only one who was handling the deliveries.
Excellent. So there is doubt. Wonderful. That's all I needed to know. And I'm going to open a separate channel by spending a side eye with her.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm watching these people act like they look at each other like they're
Just
talking, and
stare
I see
vacantly.
nothing.
I imagine
what
telepathy is a little bit
Hold
quicker
on.
than like actual speech, but like it's while they're Oscar would be doing it between while they're like intermingling, finding his opportunity. I open a channel for 6 hours with her.
Mm.
I will say, look, I know you're trying to get this place closed down, and you know my reputation. If you want anything closed, you need nearly have me on your side. I am apologetic for the way I behave towards you, but Sandhursts have to keep their appearances. Nothing personal, my dear, I promise you, but I can't help but feel sympathy for the failing of your business. And seeing you now rendered a mere server, it's like seeing a noble become a pauper. It's simply not right. You should be in the correct place.
Go ahead and roll a deception for me.
Yes. And I'm going to use my human inspiration to guarantee myself advantage, which gives me a dirty 20.
20. You hear in your head back at you. No harm, no foul. It was just meant to throw things off while the reviewer is here. So
I know, dear.
thank you, but I don't know if I need your help. I appreciate it, and maybe if I need a little backing with that individual from the bank to start my place up. You know.
Oh, dear, that's all I'm saying. I'm more than happy to help provide to a trust fund or be there. If there's any developments, please come to me. I will listen, and I will happily help you with any endeavors to get you to your correct standing in society.
I
That is all.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't want anyone to be hurt here. So I'm glad
Of course. No need for unnecessary violence. But I'm sure the customers might need you now.
She kind of looks up and she says, "All right, we're gonna have to shift everyone on out of here so we can kind of clean up. So if you kindly
would like
start
to-
making your way out."
I would like to add to the chaos a bit.
Yeah. As people are kind of walking slowly, starting to file
like
out.
to message Mutton. I know that you are not a man of social status or restaurant etiquette, for that matter. I am but a competitor of this establishment, and I was hoping I could entreat you to find out the culprit of this. Do you think that this waitress is the culprit of this travesty? And you can message back.
I will say that all these telepathic messages, Mutton's face is just absolutely going like.
You hear another voice.
Dwarven lad, I've found myself stuck under a table. I know you have very low social status and you're not a restaurateur, but if you could kindly let me out. Apologies. I'll wait my turn.
I'm sorry, but your call has been placed on hold.
I'll leave it to you, Mutton, to reply to Chef Mickey there.
I'm going to reply to Chef Mickey. Message is 20 count word, yes?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I am a clansman of Grogbeard. I do believe that this individual is our culprit. Please refrain from insults.
As you... Yeah, go for it.
Amazing. Then I'm going to message the waitress. Hello.
Beautiful. Let's come back to that after a break. Very nice.
Oh,
Yep. That break.
subterfuge.
That break that's happening right now.
Yep. Anytime we want to just like zip off to break.
Any second now.
I'm sure our damsel in distress will save us when it is required.
Yes. This is your break.
Thank you, producer Rook, for the off-screen lulls. We come back to this moment. Chef Mickey, having just messaged Mutton, about to message Marla. Go ahead.
Good job. Do you need any extra help?
She whips her eyes across to you. Can you go ahead and give me persuasion or deception with advantage? She knows.
First one was a nat 1. Second
Okay.
one was a 19.
Okay. Okay. She looks at you, and she kind of mutters and she says, "Thanks. Should be fine. Gotta go check on the other sailors. Make sure she hasn't gone too far."
Okay. I nod.
Excellent. She says, "Okay, so if everyone can head on out, Kaz, I think we close up. We wait for the guards to come in. I can go get the guards if you want me to."
It's not a bad idea. Well, once everyone's out, you go get the guards. I'll keep an eye and make sure these gentlemen are safe and sound. I believe we have a few healing potions for burns. And speaking of burns, oh shit!
Goes running back into the kitchen to the person that's like, pops a potion of healing down their throat, and they heal up a little bit. Yeah, I hand it over to you guys.
Oh, I can help get the guards too. I know just where they're at.
She looks at you with a curious look and says, "Yeah, maybe if you could go get the guards quicker rather than later, that would be good." Kind of nods to you there.
Great.
Yeah, I'm finishing writing up this contract, and I'm like, the place will have to be closed for probably 4 or 5 weeks. We'll need rehearsals and everything. Mickey, did you say you were a chef? Can we maybe offload some of these restaurants to your location?
You're
Or
Oh,
talking
of
about-
course. I would be happy to take that business.
Okay, great, great.
Yes.
uh-huh.
Take, I say in her mind.
Huh. Right. Take. Kaz says,
Listen, if any non-essential personnel could clear out, Mickey, you're gonna go get the guard. Marla, you could go along with him, or you could wait it out. We just need to make this place safe and sound. I'm gonna start administering potions to these gentlemen.
and starts to just head around and give
If you could
potions of
pour
healing.
one of those in a Kraken's kiss, I would appreciate it. That would be fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, 1 second. There you go.
All right, yes. Fantastic. Bottoms up, everyone.
3
Uh,
minutes later.
That's gonna be 44 plus 4 healing to you, Simon.
Ooh. All right.
Mutton would like to head out and try to go to the back.
Yeah,
Where
head to
the-
like out the back of the kitchen sort of area, and
Yeah, where deliveries are made.
yeah, absolutely. You make your way through. At this point, Marla's trying to get everyone out so she can leave, and Kaz is pouring potions of healing around. They are not paying attention at all, and you kind of move to the back door there that some people exited through, and you can see that there is a just like a double door that you obviously could wheel a wheelbarrow or something in that heads straight into the cold storage. You can see a bunch of kind of like flat kind of tuna, big tuna steaks and things like that in there. What would you like to do once you get in there?
I wish to cast Detect Magic.
Beautiful. What does it look like when you cast Detect Magic?
He breathes in deep through the nostrils. And as he exhales, his eyes glow a little bit of orange. I don't know why I tried to throw an L in there, but we're gonna go.
Hey,
He
new
goes
color.
to breathe, and he makes the
L'orange.
color orange.
L'orange. As you look around, as the color of l'orange kind of cascades out, No sign of active spells, but you do get the remnants of transmutation spell. Make an Arcana check for me.
Man, I really wish Wizards is going to be like, yeah, you could use whatever skill you want for any of these things, but it doesn't matter. We got a 17 with that minus
17.
1.
With a 17, this is definitely a transmutation spell, definitely a something, 4th level or above. And I'll say with a 17, you gather some form of polymorph.
So it's cast here.
It was
I
not
peek-
cast here. You feel the
Oh.
remnants of it, and it trails out the door there.
Does it trail anywhere else?
You open the door, and there is a faint kind of polymorph that leads off to the docks there. Just like the wafts, like you're following the threads of Arcana. It's not solid, but yeah.
Okay. Did the captain ever tell me what his ship's name was?
No, he didn't. He was retired as well. Yeah.
Retired, okay, so.
Mhm. But he would have information if you wanted it from him. He's one of the last to leave, certainly.
I think there would be information that I would want, but Mutton is currently in the back, and he's...
Yeah.
Are you
It's also like-
transmitting any of this?
Oh yeah, you've still
I
got a psychic connection. Yeah.
Oh, I do?
Do you?
Yes. He will transmute the information he has found to your character.
I'll immediately turn and rub my chin and walk over to the captain. Tell me, dear captain, seeing as we are starved of true entertainment anymore, from whence do you hail?
He looks at you and he says, "Listen here, fancy pants. I don't like you. I don't like the way you've treated the wonderful mutton there. And I think if you so much as look at me one more time, we're gonna come to blows. I hail from the seas. I hail from the oceans. And I hail from a place that would turn your hair white and make you shit your pretty little pants."
Fairly respectable. Also surprising how you knew so many of my schoolyard names. But I think you misjudged me. Mutton is the one person in this building I actually respect and give a little bit of thought to.
Well, since I'm nothing but poultry, I guess I'll be on my way.
Well, I thought to give you a chance. You seemed like a straight shooter, someone who actually could speak their mind when prompted, but if you're willing to jump the gun, so to speak, then let you lose the opportunity. Nothing off my back.
How did you know the gun was my nickname in school?
We seem to know a lot about each other, Captain.
What's your question?
I was just wondering, as the primary captain in the area, have you noticed anything strange going on with fishermen, so to speak? These sailors who have been transpositioned could only be done so by means of, ne'er-do-wells. So I would say this. You know who the sailors are, don't you? Or at least you know where they're missing from. And if we work together, I don't mind not saying a bloody word as long as we get to a profitable solution.
Profitable?
I'll give you this. The Sandstorm's been docked in the factory, well, in the unloading dock, all day. It would normally unload and then leave.
I see. So you did not know the sailors then that were transformed?
I know the captain of the Sandstorm. That's about it.
Okay, and the captain's name is?
Derude.
Derude Sandstorm.
You heard.
Yes, sounds like quite the thumping captain. I'm going to psychically transmit this information to him. You're gonna hear it like Morse code as it moves over the brainwaves.
I hate telepathy.
But I will say, search the sandstorm.
I'm going to ask, where is the sandstorm?
At the docks, it belonged to one Captain Darude.
Darude Sandstorm. What a weird name.
That's right. I thought that as well.
Has a musical tone to it.
Yes, almost.
And
I find myself weirdly betwixt with this dwarf.
So Munton is gonna head over to the sandstorm, but observe it.
Okay, so you head towards the docks. As you head towards the docks, we cut back inside. Simon, Mickey, Magritte.
So, yeah, we're going to get these reservations over to you, Mickey. You can handle all of them for sure.
Oh, yes, no problem. I might get help from a chef that I know, but yes, I can handle it.
Okay, fantastic. And our cut is 15%.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that already negotiated?
Okay, our cut is 20%.
Okay. I see 15% was negotiated. I'll take 10.
25 it is. So,
Very well.
now where did that mutton fellow get off to?
I'm going to grab Marla before she heads out to find guards or whatever she intends to do.
She's not heading out till you guys head out. She's trying to get you guys out the door there.
Yeah, I've been taking notes on my pad and paying absolutely no mind to any attempts to get people to leave. Like that, just that obviously isn't in reference to me. So I'm going to flip several pages on my little pad and approach Marla and just say, "Excuse me, Marla, as someone who's working with every facet of this business and certainly has worked on the location for quite a while, I wonder if you could comment." Like my pen poised. I wonder if you could comment on tonight's events.
Shocking, and unfortunate, and just glad that people are didn't lose their lives, and looking forward to seafood becoming another staple here once whatever's going on with Chef Mickey and the guy over there. Dinner and theater.
What do you think the future of this restaurant may be?
Oh, not for me to comment, but perhaps this is just not the spot for it.
Oh. Do you think that there's something that perhaps they could have learned from your experience? Something they did wrong?
I think in a small town, it's important to stay local, to shop local, to make sure local businesses are booming. When kind of bigger businesses come on in, they're flashy for a little while, and then they start to become a little gauche, and you kind of miss the old spots. I mean, thank goodness Kobold Cafe is still around. Kind of looks at you, Mickey, and just kind of gives you a look like, I gotta get out of here. People are gonna get hurt.
All right. Well, thank you for your comments. They're noted.
Thank you. Kaz, do you mind if I step out? Yeah. I mean, I could shut the place down and make sure that it's ready for the city guards. Will all of you be leaving or sticking around? Happy to have you as witnesses. I would happily have you guys as witnesses.
Of course.
Okay.
I will be finishing my drink. I will require another. And he's going to lounge back in his chair.
Kaz, I'd love to get comments from you as well.
For me, yeah, absolutely. Whatever's going to be necessary.
I
Marla,
can be
go ahead.
witness to any comments as well if you want. Miss Marguerite, was it?
Magritte. Yes.
Please, go on.
Marla steps out the door and moves away, and you guys are left inside here. We cut across to Mutton. Mutton, you head over to the docks. It's not a long kind of walk away, and as you head towards the docks, you see various ships kind of docked here. The sun has well and truly gone down at this point, and you see what looks to be like a large shed over the top of a partially open warehouse, a warehouse that is out on the water, like a wet dock for your ship to come in under coverage there, little cranes and things, and that's where that trail of kind of polymorph glitter seems to come from. It becomes a little vague. It's been longer since it's been here. I'll go ahead and get a stealth check from you, please.
Of course. Here we go.
Mutton, have you found the naval docks?
14. I have, and I found the sandstorm.
Excellent.
Do you step on in to this place? So at the moment you're out front of it. You can't quite see the ship itself. You just know that there is a ship, like a tall kind of warehouse vibe here.
I would like to get closer to try and find any information I can use here to narrow down the suspects.
Yeah, you step on in with your stealth check there. As you step on in, cold, quiet warehouse. Do you have dark vision?
Yes, up to 120 feet.
Beautiful. You step into the warehouse and you see a beautiful, beautiful fishing vessel, Sandstorm, stamped on the side of it. And on deck, you see what looks to be two odd... They don't look like... They're like hellish mermaids. You see two Sahuagin kind of on deck with spears, just kind of looking around, and you can hear a weird voice, feminine voice, coming from like in the captain's quarters. You hear her saying, "You're such a pretty little thing, aren't you? Well, you're all going to be it eventually." That is what you see in here.
Okay. I relay this information back to Oscar. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
When you describe the creatures, I'm going to look over to the other guests and say, well, it would seem we might have overstayed our welcome for a wee time. And then I'm going to quickly open a psychic channel by spending another psionic die with Marguerite.
Mm-hmm.
Which will last for 2 hours. One of my informants has found something disturbing. We should gather the others from the restaurant and bring them towards the docks. The answers we seek are that way. And it's best we get out of their hair before the guards show up. They would only delay us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have overstayed our welcome. It is best that we get out of the good services hair. Simon, was it? And Chef Mickey, I will happily fund any lodgings and or food and fine dining you might need for the evening. If you would just follow me outside with the good Marguerite here.
Yes, I'm already like packing away my stuff in my little velvet pouch, getting ready to go. Thank you for your comments. I'm so terribly sorry about how the way things went this evening. Best of luck in the future, and I'm just head for the door.
Oh, truly terrible, truly terrible. And I walk out with Marguerite.
I'll sort of walk up behind Oscar and just be like looking up, tugging the. Were you asking if it was all right if you bought me dinner?
If I bought you dinner?
You said you would happily pay for lodging and dinner.
Oh, of course,
I distinctly
100%.
heard that.
Anything you would need.
Yes, I guess it's all right. That would be okay. It's not a date though. Just to be clear, we can
100%. Of course, I don't date commoners. It's fine. And of course, Chef Mickey, I
Yes.
believe the Sandhursts might have a very fine opportunity for someone with your capabilities. If you could just follow me towards the dockyard for a brief walk across the
What were
edges.
you- what were
It's
you
nice to get
thinking?
some fresh air.
my chopping capabilities, my sautéing
All of them.
capabilities.
All of your capabilities. All of them. That's precisely what we want to talk about. If you could.
All of them.
So
Come
we're going
along.
to have to prepare our own food on this?
No, you
hot
won't
day?
have to prepare a thing, and then you'll be able to judge them as much as you like, Chef Mickey?
I'm going to message Lord Oscar. This isn't a date, right?
No, this isn't a date. This is subterfuge. We are getting to the bottom of what's going on. And I don't believe I have many more words than that, so I'm not going to use it.
You hear in your head, Lord Oscar,
If you wouldn't mind freeing me from the table, I'd be amenable to some sort of date or courting or
I sever
even a
psychic
harem.
connection with this man.
this was a message he sent you.
Oh,
And you say, I sever psychic connection. He messages back and says,
I understand. Break up the tongue.
Whoops. I say whoops out loud to everyone.
Just
you
verbally.
guys make your way in that direction. Mutton, you're just inside the doors to this kind of huge kind of warehouse. The door, you sidestep just in time as the door swings open, and you see Marla stepping in. The Sohagan, they look over, raise their spears, and drop them. You hear them kind of, and you
That's what I
hear
was gonna say.
You hear the voice below the deck near the captain's quarters saying, "Is she back? Well, hopefully she's got some payment or some sort of good news."
And stepping out onto the deck, you see a tall, like a woman who's been drowned for years. This salty hair, this armor that seems to be kind of built of shells and coral. As this sea hag kind of steps out, twirling between her fingers, there is this odd shard of coral, and she says,
So, was it to your liking? Did everything go well?
Yeah, it did. All done, all good. You can let the rest of them go. I appreciate your help. That's why I came to you.
Well, you know, from one aquatic creature to another, just helping you out, and under the understanding that you won't say anything about our occupation just below the docks there.
Won't say a single thing. You've done me a solid. I'll do you a solid if you just hop off and I just want to make sure everyone's doing okay.
What, you don't trust me, do you?
Not exactly. Quick as a flash, the hag flicks her wrist. The wand flashes out, a flash of light, and Marla is now a fish.
Oh no.
Silly girl.
One of the Sahuagin kind of jumped down and kicked the fish into the water beside the boat there. What would you like to do, Martin?
Contemplate life decisions.
Contemplate life
wait.
decisions, indeed. Well, any grogbeard cannot stand the injustices of others. But Mutton is a special grogbeard. He knows when he is outnumbered, when he is outgunned, and when he has very low resources. He's going to wait for backup and try to stay hidden.
Beautiful. Give me. Would you like to stick with your stealth roll, or would you like to make a new one?
I would like to risk it and make a new one.
That's the spirit. Go ahead and make a new stealth roll for me.
It's a 4!
The hag snaps her head as she hears, it's a 4! Snaps her head across there. She points, and the two Sahalago and Hawagawa, they jump down, spears out, and start to make their way towards the corner near the door where you are. You have maybe 6 seconds before they're upon you. You have an option here. What would you like to do? They still don't know for sure you're there. Yeah?
I am going to Misty Step and change my location with my Fey Touch feature casting of it. for free, moving me somewhere silently to a new location and hopefully continue the cat and mouse game where I can hide in a better position.
If you imagine a warehouse, back is open, ship in the center, you've come in through this door, you essentially just go to the other side there as everyone else comes from this area. As you reappear there, give me one more stealth roll.
Fingers crossed, everyone. I can't get any worse than a 4.
Don't
Here we
say
go.
Don't say
I
that.
am going to say that I will tempt fate as I score a 15.
Yes.
Way.
Mutton hunkers down, and I'm assuming that there is like a crane with like a platform with boxes on
Yeah.
top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna hide up there.
As you hide up there, the Sahuagin are at the front door there. And as you're up on the crane, you watch them and you glance across, and standing on the railing, like next to the railing, just leaning on it like this, the sea hag's just looking at you, and she goes,
Hello there. Are you a friend of the lady I turned into a fish?
as she says that, she raises her wand towards you. It's at that point that the front door opens. Which of you would kind of step on into this warehouse first?
Oh, immediately. Straight into the
Beautiful. Lord Oscar, door swings open. As the door swings out open, two face you with spears, looking in shock. The hag pointing the wand at you there, Mutton, snaps her head across and says,
Oh, we have company. I'll get back to you in a second.
and we're going to go ahead and roll a quick initiative here.
slithering beasts.
Worst date I've ever been on.
I might be able to surprise you. We'll talk later.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
19.
15.
19, okay. And 15. 15. Excellent. 15 to 10.
12.
12. Beautiful. Whoops. There we go.
Make sure
12.
it is Munton and not Mickey.
Yeah. No, I got that. You're nowhere near each other. The initiative order is spaced apart. What did you get there, Simon?
6.
And what did you get there, Magritte?
3.
Worst date ever, right? Not expecting to be running into a hag.
At the very top of the round, that is going to be Mickey, followed by Lord Oscar. Mickey, you are just behind Lord Oscar. You can see these two Sahuagin facing him. They are not in melee, but their spears would definitely be able to reach him if they were to lash out right now. You are not so much bottlenecked as you are kind of just crowded around, but Lord Oscar is up front in the doorway there.
Heard. And how
who
far
has-
away is this hag person?
You can't see the hag from where you are right now.
I can't.
They're in the
She's
ship,
up on
right?
the ship to the other side
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Who does not have dark vision?
Me.
Beautiful. You are struggling to see anything in here.
I just open the doors to pitch blackness and I go, yep, looks about right.
Beautiful. Good to know. Mickey, what would you like to do?
Amazing. Behind Lord Oscar, I'm going to bonus action pull out my special sauce, and it's going to gurgle. And they need to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or be frightened of the special sauce.
What the
Both of
fuck
them, yeah.
are you doing? What's going on?
One of them gets a nat 20, the other one fails miserably. As you frighten the goodness out of them. Perfect.
Amazing.
Are you
And then
doing
I
something
will.
important? Was that good?
And then I will ready. No, I'll just. What will I do? I'm going to. Run up straight into them, and I'm
Yeah.
going to pull out a torch. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna attack them twice.
Beautiful.
No,
tell me, you're able to move past Lord Oscar for free, but I would love to know how you move past him. This goes for all of you.
Of course. I do it in the most obnoxious way possible by bumping my shoulder into his knee
Nice.
as I go past. I'm
Yeah,
going
you
to-
move forward to the two Sahuawa.
Does a
Little
15
bump in
hit?
the road.
15 will hit one of the swab of them.
I'll do the one that is not frightened.
Not frightened. Beautiful. Yeah, good stuff.
For 4 damage, and then I'm gonna
Nice.
attack again for a nat 1.
Yeah, you swipe forward with the first one. As you swipe forward with the first one, you using kind of chef knives and things like that?
No. I'm using the Japanese knife I threw out the door. I picked that up, and I'm
Yeah.
using that one in my
Yeah.
own.
You stab with that nat one, you stab through, and this fish flops out onto the deck, and your knife just goes and hits the fish, and it just goes and morphs into the sea elf Marla, who is unconscious but no longer polymorphed. Anything else you want to do?
What's happening?
I'm going to stare at him, and I'm like, well,
I can hear blood.
There we go. Oh, they're right here, Lord Oscar, right here.
Lord Oscar, we're over to you. What would you like to do?
Of course, item interaction. I'm just going to pull out my lantern and light it.
Yeah.
Oh, how detestable. Sorry, I didn't come here to fight, but clearly you have a mind for violence, so let's just get rid of that. I'm going to click my fingers.
Marla, unconscious, just goes...
She hates me. As soon as she hears the click, I imagine her whole body turns.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use my psionic force. And I'm stood still, so I'm just going to steady him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
24.
24 will hit. Yeah, you going for the frightened one or the unfrightened one?
The frightened one.
Beautiful.
The weaker target.
Yeah.
17 psychic damage.
Oh boy, big old hit. Already bruised and bloodied with that.
And then I'm going to use my nick property to also throw a dagger for free.
Yeah.
21, and that does only a d4 of damage, so that is 2.
2 damage, yeah. Big old hit with that first one. Second one, not so bad. But this creature looks kind of shocked and bloodied. Hasn't even had a chance to kind of move yet. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I'm just going to hold up the lantern so everyone can see in the room. Get rid of this nonsense, please. We have things to do.
Excellent. That is going to bring us down to the hag. Before the hag moves away from you, Mutton, I need you to make a real quick wisdom saving throw.
Okay, wisdom saving throw coming right up.
Please. As you look at this hideous, vile creature. Beautiful.
17.
Despite her hideous appearance, you're able to kind of keep your wits about you, and she kind of scuttles along the front of the ship there, the bow of the ship there. She looks down at the group of you, and you would even see with the lantern, she looks down and she says, "Despicable creatures!" And she is going to kind of whip the wand out at you, Lord Oscar. If you could go ahead and make a real quick wisdom saving throw, please.
I must say, my lady, you have a rather ravishing accent. I now won the wisdom save as I listened to her beautiful voice entice me.
You feel your body morph and change. As your body morphs and change, you are now... Have you ever seen those blobfish with the big, like...
Yes.
You are just on the ground. That is you right now. As you...
Just start making horrible fucking noises. Flopping around on the ground. Slopping,
there you
flopping.
go. Now you're as cute as you sound. That is going to be her turn. She is just up like 15 feet on the top of the ship there from you guys. That is going to bring us down to our good friend Mutton. You're about 30 feet away from her, like down and across and back up again if you wanted to, or you could jump to her. Or but the Sahuagin are also 30 feet or so from you.
Okay. I would like to cast for my bonus action. I'm going to use Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
To mark the hag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then
cinnamon
we are
dust?
going. Yes, cinnamon dust, and it has rather quite the nasty taste of spice. As I throw a firebolt at her.
Go for it.
8 isn't gonna do it.
Hits the ship. If the ship weren't just freshly in the dock today, you gather it would be in danger of bad stuff happening. Anything else you want to do?
I am going to go and get myself out of her line of sight by going behind and ducking into like the cargo that is on this suspended platform.
Yeah, perfect. That's gonna bring us to our Sohawaha. The Sohawaha, they're gonna, with their reach on their spears, they are going to attack you at disadvantage, Mickey. That first one is anyway. Lucky, that was a nat 20 and a 2 for a 5 to hit you. And the second one lashes out at you. That is a 13, 14, 15, 16 to hit you.
That will hit.
Go ahead and take 6 points of slashing damage. Oh, 2 attacks. Never mind. That is a disadvantage, a 15 to hit you.
That just hits.
Okay. Take another 4 points of damage and a nat 1. You watch as the frightened one stabs you once, the other one stabs you once, and then as they lunge with the spear, it just kind of flies past you, goes over the top of Lord Oscar, and just lands at the feet of you guys in the doorway there. Ting, 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 ting. And they're just there like, ah. That's going to bring us down to Simon with Magritte on deck.
All right, so this scene in front of me, we've got Oscar the Blowfish.
Yes.
We've got Chef Mickey the Pincushion.
Yep, with 2
We've
Sahagwin.
got a couple of Sahagwin, and then way behind them, other stuff that I can't see right now.
Off to the left, as you step in the door in this area, you've got all this happening here. You've got the hag on the bow of the ship there, and then Mutton disappeared off to the side here.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what's going on over there, but clearly in front of here, Chef Mickey is in trouble, and we just made a deal to get all of that business. So there's one Sahagwin still frightened. I would have advantage for an attack.
Yeah. At the end of their turn, they make a saving throw. They are still... Where's my modifier? They are still frightened, yes. You don't have advantage on your attack roll. They have a disadvantage on their attack. Yeah.
But they are standing next to Mickey.
They are, yes. They're in melee range, yeah. Absolutely.
And then I will just throw a stabby quill at it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Get within 20 feet and throw a stabby quill.
Go for
it. Does a 21 hit?
Absolutely hits.
Oh, fantastic. And there's somebody within 5 feet, so that's 10 points of stabby quill damage.
Tell me how you handle the frightened Sahwawawawen.
Well, I mean, I take a stabby quill, I throw it, and because it's got the feather on there, it flies pretty true, and it strikes this Sahagwin right in the throat as it goes gurgle, 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 in the same bit that Lord Oscar is going gurgle, 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 and we have in my feed on my eyeball gurgle, 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 bleh, as the Sahagwin collapses on deck, and then I step back through the doorway over to the right and hide on this side of the doorway.
Beautiful. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. That is going to bring us down to you, Magritte.
Yeah, with 40 feet of movement, can I just sprint straight at this hag?
So do you have a climb speed?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Okay. She's 15
Let's say
feet
no.
up. She's 15 feet up, standing on the bow of the ship. So you can sprint to her. What I'll just need is a quick athletics check to climb up to her.
Okay, sure. $14.
14. Okay. You run on in. As you run on in 30 feet to get there, you climb up 10 feet. You're within 5 feet of her, but you won't be able to get up with her. You'll be below her, able to get to her.
All right, I'll just use my dash then.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so I'm just sprinting straight at her, and I am going to grab her arm that is holding the wand and twist it behind her back and try to just yank it.
Yeah, go for it. Are you trying to disarm or do a grapple or?
Mechanically, this is just an unarmed
attack?
strike. But
Okay, beautiful. Go for it. Yeah.
I would like to be able to get her to drop the wand. But...
So you can either do an unarmed strike or you can try and get her to drop the wand. It's up to you.
Okay.
I'll let you decide. Yeah.
If I'm trying to get her to drop the wand, what am I rolling?
It will be a contested athletics check. Or your athletics versus her strength or dex save, like a grapple.
I'm gonna try it. It's
yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
Go ahead and give me an. Oh no, you're a monk, so you can give me athletics or acrobatics. I'll take.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's better. Unless I roll garbage, then it doesn't matter. So.
Ooh, okay.
6.
You try to wrestle it from her arm. She's too slippery. Pops her arm back out there. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm staying where I am. I'm gonna keep trying to do this.
She looks at you and she says, "You'd make a good seahorse, a vampire of the deep." And goes to kind of aim this at you. That's going to bring us around to Mickey. What would you like to do?
Of course. Is this alive, Sawahaha, within 5 feet or within range? Can I leave without getting an opportunity attack?
You don't think so. Like you ended up too close to it, especially with the spear. Oh no, it lost its spear. I'll say. Did you move up to it to stab it, or you threw daggers at it?
I threw.
I'll say that you're out of reach now that it tossed its spear out the way. Yeah.
Amazing. I would like to go up to the hag, and I have a climb speed.
Beautiful. Yeah. So you run across the boardwalk there and up the side of the curved bow of the ship and pop up with Magritte there.
And I take out my ever ready spork, and I'm going to stab the hag with my spork.
Yeah, if you want to pop up opposite, like fighting on like a beam or something, you can pop up on the other side of Magritte and give yourself advantage there if you want.
Sounds perfect. A 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit the hag.
Amazing. That will be a total of 10 damage.
Nice.
10 sport damage. However, just because I have one spork doesn't mean I don't have two sporks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack again for another 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit as well. Yeah.
For 2 damage. And I'm going to say to the hag, listen, I've always wanted to be a, maybe a dolphin or shark. Those fit me really well. Just majestic in the ocean,
Looks at you and she says, "You'd be quite a little stunted little shark, wouldn't you? I can acquiesce. I can help you there."
Oh, thank you so much. And I'm going to try to hug her as I want to try to get any other wand or pickpocket her, get any magic items out of her pockets.
With your bonus action there?
Robbing her.
Yeah. Because I'm a thief rogue.
Yeah, absolutely. You pat her down. She has nothing. It is just this wand on her, as far as you can tell.
All right, that's good. That's information.
Yeah. But
cool.
that's definitely the most important thing she has on.
Oh, and she has because I hit her. She has disadvantage on the concentration check because I have the Mage Slayer feat.
Beautiful. She does not seem to need to concentrate by the looks of it.
All right, that's okay.
Which would lead you to believe that the best way to deal with Lord Oscar?
Stab him.
Let him die.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Speak of the devil, Lord Oscar. What are you up to?
He's gonna just one quick question, just positioning wise. What is the distance between me and the water on the side of the ship?
The water is about 15 feet from you.
Oh shit! All right. Okay. I'm gonna communicate telepathically with Margaret and Mutton.
So your
I'm gonna
intelligence,
say-
your matter of fact, is 3 at the moment.
Oh, my intelligence becomes 3, so I can't even
Polymorph,
convey
everything
this.
becomes.
So the
yeah.
telepathy is still up.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
only have the instinctual knowledge of a fish. So,
Yes.
Marguerite and Mutton, you're both going to feel a huge pang of fear and I'm gonna die. I'm dying. I'm dead. I'm dying. I'm dead. This is where I die. I'm dying. That's what it feels like. I don't know how to convey that with emotions other than words. So I will send pure panic and fear. I will flop 5 feet to the side of me as a fish. I'll go blup, 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 blup. And then use my action to dash and go blup, 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 blup. Another 5 feet. And I'm still over 10 feet away from the water because I need to go 5 foot to the edge of the boat and then 5 foot off. And if you can tell from the urgency, if another 6 seconds passes, he will suffocate to death. That is all. I mean, that's. Thank God for telepathy.
Those are the rules.
Yeah.
Those are the rules. Beautiful. That is going to bring us down to the hag. The hag is going to The hag is going to the hag's going to claw frightened creature. Yeah, the hag's going to claw at. You said disadvantage on their attacks. No, saving throws to maintain concentration. Hag's going to do a swipe at each of you, just like 1, 2. They're great rolls. A 20 for you, Magritte, and a 23 for you, Mickey.
All right, bring it on.
Okay. Magritte, that is a 7, 8, 9, 10 points of slashing damage. Mickey, that is 5, 6, 7 points of slashing damage as she slashes out at you both, tries to poke your eye out with a wand there.
I sort of knock back her arm and deflect 7 points of that damage.
Excellent. She looks at you as she's deflecting. She says, "Oh, screw this. I'll deal with the girl in the water," and kind of looks down and sees her on the ground and says, "Well, this won't be the last you've heard of me." And she is going to kind of leap off the top there. You both get attacks of opportunity.
I have advantage because pack tactics.
You do have advantage as well, Magritte, because flanking when it jumped.
Oh, excellent.
Does she go past the fish?
No luck, Magritte.
I got the worst rolls ever now.
Beautiful.
No
Mickey,
natural
give me
ones, but...
Mickey, give me your damage. Lord Oscar, roll a D100 for me. This is how we yes and.
Let's go. Okay.
What'd you get there, Mickey?
I'm gonna focus everything.
Yeah, it was a nat 20 crit, and for a total of 28 sport damage.
Oh, perfect. No, this battle has just changed. 40.
And my D100 was a 75, by the way.
That is perfect. So the hag is now looking past bruised into bloodied now with that. With a 75, that is exactly what you needed to have this hag pass by you. And the hag is going to kind of land on the dock there and then get ready to leap into the water, looking very badly hurt. Lord Oscar, you have a reaction. What would you like to do?
I'm going to hit her with my fish stats, which a regular fish has a -4 to hit. So I'm going to use my lucky feat.
Yes!
Give me
Yes!
Lucky fish.
Go for it.
The lucky fish is going to do its fucking best, and I sincerely hope something comes of it. 19 on the dice. That is a 15 to hit.
Which is 1 above what you need to hit.
Oh.
What did your fish do?
It jumps up as she's going, and I'm gonna latch on to her shin and bite her with my little sucky, little horrible little catfish mouth thing. And it doesn't penetrate deep. It doesn't do much damage. Honestly, it does 1 damage.
I'm gonna get you to roll. What is your strength modifier?
-4.
I would like you to roll 2d4 minus 4, and we'll either take 1 or whatever you roll.
Hell yeah. I got a 3 and a 3, that's 6. So minus 4, that's 2 damage.
There we go.
Double
More than
damage.
2 house cats.
The hag,
That's how a fish crits.
the
I've
hag is
never felt
looking.
more powerful.
The hag is looking horrible at this point, and is going to leap into the water. But that is all of her movement. She's just leapt into the water.
I would like to ask, with the bite, can I stick onto her so I go into the water?
Sure, yeah, you're in the water now as
Okay,
well.
thank God. Otherwise,
will-
I'm about to die.
Bring us down to Mutton.
All right. With my hunter's mark, I know where she's at. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty then.
You see the trail of cinnamon.
The trail of cinnamon glowing in the water. I have no option except to use my bonus action to go Super Saiyan once more.
Yes.
As Mutton emerges from his full cover, he lets loose a mighty war cry. He then points his fingers down towards the water, towards the cinnamon, and says, "Foul witch, I renounce you to die!" As he will then cast, and I will be using Font of Magic to twin spell it, making one go towards a Sawag. Wait, are any of the Sawagans still alive?
There's one alive, yeah.
Towards that one going to that, and then the rest going into the witch.
Sure. This is
All right.
Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray being upcasted by the twin spell.
The signature
She-
spell.
She is in the water, so she's going to take half damage from this, but that might be enough.
All right. I just know that the force damage from the hunter's mark is not going to be negated, right? Or
Yes,
resisted.
yeah.
Awesome.
Correct, yeah. So go ahead and give me your attack roll for the Sawagan.
All right, and it's gonna be at advantage too. Oh,
Yes,
this
please.
feels so good when this hits. Ooh, perfect. 25 on the Wahagan,
Yeah, that'll hit, absolutely.
Beautiful.
resulting in 7 damage of fire to him.
Nice.
And now for the witch herself, 3 d20s coming up. First one is going to be a 21 to hit.
They're all at advantage as well, yeah?
Yep.
Good.
Followed by a 10. And last but not least, the last ray. Come on. 13.
So, one ray hits. You are going to do 2d6 damage plus an extra d6 force there. I'll do a Brennan Lee Mulligan, and I'll write a number on this bit of paper here. And if you get that much damage, she did.
Okay. It's a 1 with the hunter's mark.
1 point of damage with the Hunter's Mark. Great. Plus your 2d6 fire.
2d6 fire, and it's
Halved.
6 her total. Well, that's 3, 4. That's all I got. That's the best I could do.
Oh,
So,
So close yet so far.
flames hit the water there. She is hanging on by, and again, we use our favorite Australian term. She's hanging on by a bee's dick. Anything else you want to do, Mutton?
Me pours over
Yep.
my features to see how I can deal that one day. No, I do not have anything else I can do. I am, unfortunately, that was my one moment.
So
End of
close.
Mutton. So close.
The Sahuagin is going to flee and run into the water there. It will leave. Who's up in melee? No one's up in melee at this point.
I'm in
It
melee
run-
with the hag.
It runs and dives in the water and swims past the hag there, which will bring us to Simon with Magritte. The hag has not gone fully below the water, just like she's almost out of there. Her turn, she's gone.
yes, to be fair, I was behind the doorway on the other side,
Yeah.
but I got almost all of this play-by-play on my
Yes.
chat screen.
Yes.
So, and I know that my not date is hanging on to the to the hag, and they were going to pay for dinner.
Yes.
And
Yes.
nothing
It was their
really
shout.
gets me excited like a free meal. So I'm going to run in, dive off, sort of like a corgi, right? Like I dive, like I'm going to go really far, but don't go anywhere. And with quills out as I'm going in toward there to attempt to quill her to death.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me your attack rolls.
Okay, here we go. 18.
18 will hit.
And
Tell,
we'll do at
tell
least
me
one
how you
damage.
handle. Tell me how you handle the tag.
Well, I'm going in with 2 quills there, and I graze Lord Oscar with one as it's going in.
Yeah.
Stab on with the other, and then realize I don't swim very well, and will use fast hands to try and grab the wand and try and polymorph
Beautiful.
myself into a swimming creature.
Beautiful. You jump in, you stab the hag, you yank the wand. As you graze Lord Oscar, poof, you come back to being underwater as yourself. You grab the wand, Simon, and like point it at yourself. What do you turn yourself into?
The seahorse, like a vampiric seahorse. And start,
Vampire of the sea. You turn into a seahorse. We are officially out of combat. As you take on that seahorse form and you kind of burst out from the water there, Lord Oscar, you see the unconscious Marla there on the ground as Chef Mickey and Magritte are standing above the ship there. Mutton, you off to the side. And as we come out of our combat, maybe that's a good time to get everyone to duck over to the Discord if you want to hear the conclusion, the epilogue of our adventure.
Hey!
Alright.
Fantastic session. Oh my god, that was so much fun. And end as a vampiric seahorse. Couldn't ask for anything better from a devil to a vampiric seahorse. But thank you very much for joining us on this crazy, wacky, zany journey adventure. I want to thank Rook for making sure we stayed here and sounded good and looked halfway decent. And we have a couple of announcements. May 14th, tune in. We will be dropping our studio show, The House of Ill Repute, episode 1, May 14th. Mark it on your calendars. Please join us. Also, please join our Discord. There will be a epilogue from this posted. It will probably go up on the Patreon first, a little faster, but eventually get to the Discord. And that's also where you will find details on how to watch our stuff. And speaking of how to watch and find stuff, I want everybody to be able to tell you in the audience, everybody here on the cast, tell everybody in the audience where and how they can find you, starting with Lord Wainwright.
You can find me on Roll20 and a couple of other places as Lord Wainwright or just Wainwright's Works, but mostly you'll find me here, enjoying myself with the Hit Points Not Required crew.
Yay! And Violet.
Oh, I am always here. Either playing in our one-shots or hanging out in the chat or talking about random TTRPG related bullshit during our happy hours. You can always find me right here.
Hey, Jacob, where can they find you to weave a tale?
Start playing games. There you can find me here. You can watch the House of Ill Repute coming out soon. That's a nice 9-parter. Yeah, very fun story that we told. So keep an eye out. I'm very excited.
Fantastic. And other than in the woods, where can we find Bear?
You can also find me on Start Playing Games as well as Bear. Thank you guys for having me. It's been awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us. That was great. Vi.
You can find me on Violent Fire on Instagram if you want to see high quality pictures of my cats.
Who doesn't want to see high quality pictures of cats? That's just a thing. Everybody go over there and check it out right now. I am Chuckles. That's Chuck with an L-A-Z. You can find me on social media. You can find me here, right in this corner here, just about every time. Monday nights, if I'm not here, I'm happy houring. You can find me in various places around the globe, like Tokyo, like Vancouver coming up, not too long after our launch of the house. So maybe we'll have a meetup. Do y'all want to do that? Message me great places that are cool places, geeky places to hang out in Vancouver, and maybe we'll choose one of them for an official HPNR meetup.
The Magnet in Vancouver, best burgers.
Best burgers. How many bites does it take to eat a magnet burger? Don't answer that now.
We'll
We will
find out.
answer that at the meetup.
I'll take you out when you get here.
Find out live.
With that, we thank you all for joining us, and we wish you good night and remind you, hit points are not required to help out a good cause. Everybody.
Have a good night.